The 2024 Mariners had a 10-game lead over the Houston Astros thanks to their amazing starting pitching. But unfortunately, the Mariners blew that lead so quickly that not only did they lose the division lead, they also missed the playoffs for the second season in a row. To make matters worse, the Mariners did very little in the offseason, to the point former Mariner Justin Turner called out the incompetent Mariners organization for their cheapness. The only notable moves the Mariners made were signing Donovan Solano and re-signing Jorge Polanco. Wait, that's it? How pathetic. Oh, Mariners allowing in-house streaming so I don't have to pay for FUBO or cable? Cal Raleigh just signed an extension? Oh, screw the negativity. Let's watch some Mariners baseball. Wow, what an awkward way to open it, but here I am. Good day. Opening day baseball is finally here, and this is the Rooftop Sports going into my third full season of Mariners baseball, covering the games. I covered 62 Mariners games, I think 64 Mariners games last season, and now I'm going for the goal of 100. 100 is the goal, so let's make it happen. And how do we do that? There are several ways to do it. Well, of course, subscribe, donate to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button on this video, and I am glad to be doing this for a third full season of Mariners baseball. And it's been a long day for me, long week. I've actually been under the weather a little bit. Despite that, it did not stop me from working. I was still working. I worked all day. I've actually worked almost 12 hours today from my don't quit your day job thing. And now here I am doing Mariners baseball. And sooner than later, by around 7 o'clock, I will get Urinating Tree onto here. So that will be fun. And now they're having Little League kids racing onto the field. But let's really talk about the fact that Mariners baseball, it is, hold on, let me change the camera angle. But yeah, it is third full season. And it seems that in the last two seasons, the Mariners have missed the playoffs, unfortunately. They had a 10-game lead last season, but unfortunately, they missed the playoffs as they blew that 10-game lead. And the crazy thing is when they had the 10-game lead and they blew it faster than the 1995 California Angels, which helped the Mariners win the 1995 the AL West Division. Gonna be drinking Propel for quite a bit. And also, in case you haven't noticed, I upgraded my microphone because I was tired of using my, what was it? I was really tired of using my Logitech microphone because it was just having a lot of problems. And also, this is the first day, and they are introducing the players, the A's, the Athletics, Mark Kotsay as the manager. That's Lawrence Butler. A lot of boos happening in Seattle. Brent Rooker, one of the players that Mariners maybe should have gone for in the trade deadline last season. JJ Bleday, one of the premier A's players as well. As they're going through the starting lineups for the A's. Miguel Andujar. He was a one-shot wonder for the New York Yankees. Don't really know who that is. Kyler Soderstrom. Wish they put the names out there. Never heard of this guy, Urshela. Max Muncy. And it's not the Max Muncy from the Dodgers. It's a different Max Muncy. David Wilson. Never heard of him. We got the Korean Pizza Man. He is here. Welcome to the show. They're saying that they have a sellout crowd, but I don't believe it. Oh, Sleepy. Good to see you again. Missed you guys. They're just doing this some kind of hype video for the Mariners. Yep, happy opening day. Mitch Garver had that walk-off home run against Atlanta. That's the highlight they're showing. It's very disappointing that the Mariners didn't. It's disappointing that they didn't make the playoffs last season as they should have, just like 2023, which was the better team, actually. Luke Raley, I think that was against Houston. That's on the new $20 games. I'm using it right now. So happy no more blackouts. Yeah, no more blackouts. Yep. I'm happy that they finally did it. And now they're introducing the Mariners players. 2025 Seattle Mariners. Let's go. Meet the broadcast team. The Ryan Roland Smith and Aaron Goldsmith. Gary Hill. 40th season, Rick Riz. Yeah, he deserves a lot. And introduce yourself, Tom Hutler. Now they're just introducing the clubhouse people. Don't really know these people. Urinating Tree will be on this show in about 20 minutes, and he's going to be there for 3 innings. He's on the east side. He's on the East Coast in Pittsburgh. Kevin Orlowski, never heard of him. The guys better do their jobs. Pete Woodworth, one of the better coaches. There's bullpen catchers. Danny Farquhar, he was part of the Mariners for a long period of time. Never heard of him. Lewis Boy. Christopher Negrom, never heard of him. Eric Young Jr. Perry Hill. Manny Acta, bench coach. Kevin Seitzer has a lot of expectations for him. And let's hear it for Edgar Martinez. Wonder how loud this will be. Yep, of course, he gets the big cheers. I mean, when you save Mariners baseball, you can do anything, really. I guess season ticket members are... Oh, season ticket holders are holding the flag. Mitch Garver, you better have a better season this time. Master Boney with the funny name. Brian Wu, one of the best starters for the Mariners rotation last season. Dylan Moore, the Gold Glover, but he's not an everyday player, I can tell you that. Emerson Hancock, the 5th starter for the Mariners. Donovan Solano of Colombia played for San Diego Padres last season. Trent Thornton, one of the pitchers of the bullpen, was kind of not that great. Gregory Santos, he's got to have a healthy season for this bullpen to be effective. Bryce Miller, he was on my fantasy baseball team last year, carried my team. And he's going to do it again because he's on my fantasy baseball team right now. Colin Snyder, one of the best rising bullpen stars from last season for the Mariners. Carlos Vargas was part of the Eugenio Suarez trade. He's pretty much the final piece of that trade. Can he contribute? He made the team. Gabe Spire, who struggled last season due to injuries, will he bounce back and have a more of a 2023 type season? La Piedra, the former #1 starter for the Mariners, now he got downgraded to possibly #3. Taylor Saucedo, the Sauce, the Twitch star. Andres Munoz, the starter, the closer for the Mariners. Luis Castillo's a #2 starter. They put him as a #2. Edward Bizardo, why is he still on this team? He's not even that good. Here come the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Dan Wilson, longtime catcher and manager right now for the Mariners. Season 2, first full season. Victor Robles, who was signed in the middle of the season, played very well, earned him a 2-year contract. Love his drop-down bunts, but can he sustain an entire season? Of course, Julio Rodriguez shows out with the trident. That's just so Julio. It's all about that presentation, but can he back it up with actual MVP play, which the Mariners absolutely will need that kind of a season from him? Cal Raleigh signed a huge extension for the Mariners. Actually got a pretty good deal out of it. And he is a longtime defensive gem. I wonder how they're introducing him. A Randy Rosarena with his cross arm thing. Very flashy guy, too. Cal Raleigh is practice catching. That's why he didn't come out. and a very stuffy nose. Luke Raley is designated hitter. He had a pretty good season last season, was one of the more efficient players on the Mariners. Jorge Polanco struggled last season with injuries. Now he's playing at third base. That's going to be painful to watch. Yeah, excuse me. I've just been very under the weather, you can tell. Rowdy Tellez made this team. He's now a first baseman. He's a big boy. Could be another Dan Vogelbach. And Korean boy, why don't you pronounce Dan Vogelbach for me? Ryan Bliss, second baseman, made the team, but he's going to have to contribute for this season off the Paul Sewald trade. JP Crawford, not that good. Some say he shouldn't even be on the team anymore, which he's just not that good. Logan Gilbert, the primary starter for the Mariners. $2025. No one really says that. Yeah, that's why I'm drinking Propel. Just the idea that I'm doing it when I'm sick. And now they're going to do the national anthem. And you know what? In the honor, I will give you the national anthem. Star Spangled Banner.
Before the performance of this evening's national anthem, we pause for a moment of reflection as we remember members of the Mariners family we sadly lost this past August.
Oh, who did we lose?
Pitching coach Bobby Cuellar.
Bobby Cuellar. Never heard of him.
Infielder
Lenny Randall. Keep blowing, Lenny. Keep blowing from the heavens. Ricky Henderson. 2000. I won't be standing. I have to sit because I have the microphone.
Platinum selling recording group from right here in Seattle. Their new album, Aperture, will be released this May.
I will sing the national anthem myself. Stan, bear with me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free And the home of the brave. Now put in the comments and give me a rating on my Star Spangled Banner performance. Josh, to answer your question, how does it feel that baseball is back? I'm so happy baseball is back. I don't care how good or bad the Mariners is. I'm just happy that I will be expressing myself, providing a play-by-play service. Ooh, 6 out of 10. That hurts. Here's my reaction to that 6 out of 10. Yep, that's exactly how I feel. But thank you for a rating at least. Anyone else care to rate? And also should be seeing the urinating tree within a few minutes. And give me some time to like here. I'll give you a slow clap. I need to get some nose drops. Yeah. One being that drunk girl from the All-Star game. What? It's the game we live. It's the game we love. Welcome back, baseball, baby. Let's go, Mariners baseball. Let's go. And also, rest in peace, Dave Niehaus. We still love you. I don't know if those nose drops made it any better, but I have 7 viewers right now. For those that listen to my national anthem, can you guys give me a rating? Josh gave me a 6 out of 10. Oh, they're giving a moment of silence for Ricky Henderson. He was a 2-time World Series champion. He's played for the Mariners in the 2000 season. And I do have a video honoring Ricky Henderson, and I will go ahead and I'll provide the link. Didn't even mention Alex Rodriguez, didn't they? Yep, Ricky Henderson, we miss you very much. It's crazy that he was in the last. It's crazy to think that he was in the final game of the season for the Mariners. That is insane. He has a family, Ricky Henderson. And we're very proud of you, Ricky Henderson. I know you're watching the game from the heavens. I really do. Ricky Henderson has 3 daughters. He was a one of a kind. Christian, I haven't seen you in a long time. Static Extract, my first full game from beginning. Appreciate the stream. Just got off work. I'm glad that you're here. Got 8 people in here. And how to help this channel? Donate to this channel. Any kind of money would work. I'm not trying to pressure you, but to help me get to that 100 goal, because my goal is 100 Mariners games, donate to it. Put the donations in there. Anything you've got. Did you happen to see any? I didn't see any of the games because I was working all freaking day. Can't wait to see the Cubs have another 83-win season under their manager, Craig Counsell. Angels got blown up badly. Logan O'Hoppe did hit the home run, though. He's on my fantasy baseball team.
To take part in the ceremonial running of the this evening, I want to introduce you to a 4th grade Savannah girl who, despite her cancer diagnosis,
Wow. 4th grade Sammamish girl. I live in Sammamish.
We direct your attention to the area of your home plate. The Mariner boots on hand to escort our guest of honor. Please welcome Make-A-Wish kid,
Blair, Make-A-Wish kid cancer survivor, is now a 4th grader. Now she gets the honor to run around the bases in front of 47,116 fans. That's at least the initial capacity of the Run Forest Run. Congratulations, Blair, with your round herd round the world. I like Astros and Cubs fans getting at it with each other. I like the running. I mean, no matter how you feel about the Mariners, whether it is that they're bad or they're good, it is cool to see a kid, cancer survivor, rounding the bases and gets greeted by the Mariners. And now we are joined by Urinating Tree, the legendary Urinating Tree. And he just gave me that gesture, and there you are.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. I think my clicking skills are in mid-season form already.
I mean, as long as you're hitting more better off than the Mariners were last year, that's all that's matters.
Oh, yeah. They got to do much better. I mean,
do you really have faith in them, though? That's the question, especially with their off-season inactivity. I'm just not sure how you feel about them.
Oh, no. I've been chastising organization. When Justin Turner did his thing, I was like, Justin Turner for Mariners Hall of Fame just for that. But how have you been, U-Tree?
I think that's how a lot of people kind of been. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing okay, though. Just keeping busy right now, working on a vid in the meantime and getting on a few other podcasts for opening day. So just keeping busy.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I was in my day job. I worked almost 12 hours straight while fighting a cold, and here I am.
Oh, I hate that crap. Oh, especially when it's like a head cold. Oof.
Head cold, nose is congested, and other coworkers are calling out.
So it's spreading around the office. One of those things.
It is, yeah, one of those things. And yeah. Oh, now they're introducing Dylan Moore, the Gold Glove winner of the utility. That's actually a thing. Back in our days when we were kids, that wasn't even I don't think utility player really had a thing.
Yeah, utility didn't really have a Gold Glove, but I mean, hey. Swiss Army knives, they can be useful.
Oh, look at that. Jerry DiPoto, Mr. 54%, and John Stanton standing there. Gross.
Hey, I mean, that pitching staff, I can argue it's probably the best rotation in baseball. I mean, that bullpen's pretty good, too, with Andres Munoz and the men behind him as well. But as I said, if you can't get hitting,
doesn't matter.
I don't know.
And also, Matt Brash is still recovering from his Tommy John. And I remember watching him in 23. He had the most violent kicking form when he was pitching, and he was throwing 100 miles an hour. So, and there's a question by Josh. Hey, Tree, did you see Tennessee Titans are getting rid of Oilers uniforms? I guess they got tired of losing to Houston.
Yes, I did. I'm surprised that they're not putting out the Oilers uniforms because that was always the flex they had for Bud Adams' sake. But I'm guessing they're done with it. They always lost to them too, which is the most hilarious part. But
I got to give it to Oklahoma. At least they never flexed with some Sonics jerseys on. I got to give them that because they want their own history, despite the fact that it's shared history between us.
Well, also with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they did a lot of choking in their time, but they're getting better now.
They are, and once they make a deep playoff run, Sonics fans will be blowing up like chimneys again. It's that cycle.
If it were in the past window, I could see it. I don't know about this one because it's a completely different team.
It's the Oklahoma name, the Sonics. They missed our team. Now, they can't really say that's our team because Chet Holmgren was not as – it's like
Holmgren, SBA, they're not your team. They're all your draft picks. Like if Westbrook, Durant, Serge Ibaka, Harden, they were on your team, I could see it. Now,
It was.
no.
That was, yeah, I remember those times. It was like 2011 and 12. All you could hear was Choklahoma, FOKC.
Yep.
That's
You can't spell choke without OKC.
so basically, if you were a Seattle fan, the team you cheer for, whoever plays Oklahoma. Now, I think they're talking about Ichiro. They're honoring him because he's the Baseball Hall of Fame. I mean, no surprise. He didn't get unanimous, though. That was the shocking part. But there's always that one guy that does that. Like, they did the same thing. Someone did that to Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
I guess that one
it
guy.
looks like Cubs Diamondbacks on my channel, so I don't know if I'll be able to get Mariners Athletics. But I could probably find a way to get it under different ways.
Different ways?
Yes.
I know your language.
I don't think it's on live on mine because they have NHL hockey on ESPN.
Do you have MLB TV?
Yes, I have MLB Network. I don't have MLB TV.
Oh. Luckily, I do, thanks to T-Mobile, and I paid for the $20 a month that the Mariners finally did. They actually, for the past years, they forced us to get cable or FUBO. Now we only pay $20 a month, and now it's becoming regular practice for, I don't know about regular practice, but more teams are trending towards that direction since cable has lost its mojo.
And a lot of RSNs have fallen through. I know with the Mariners, the Blazers and Kraken pulled out of the RSN, so the Mariners might be SOL, which could explain why they didn't do anything this offseason. And I'm seeing, I have it up now. It's showing Ichiro countdown to Cooperstown.
Ichiro countdown to Cooperstown, and he's going to throw the ceremonial first pitch. And
dude, I hope he throws 90 to 95. He could still, he still has just, he could still play.
He still takes care of his body like no other. Yeah, that's pretty fast. I don't think it was 90, but definitely in the 80s, I would say.
Oh, yeah, he could still play. Dude, he looks like he's still in game shape.
Yeah, he's more game shape than I am, and I'm a softball player.
Oh, dude. I mean, dude, I try to keep in shape, but that dude has me beat easily. Like, he could still probably gun it from right field.
Yeah, just use him for pinch running and defensive purposes.
I don't know. He still has a little bit of a bat for the contact. I paused when I was doing the stream. Oh, he's still throwing heat.
Still is, and he was graded by Dan Wilson, fitting that it was Mariners catcher Dan Wilson.
Yeah, it's
84.
not bad. I mean, yeah, he was throwing 84. I mean, not as fast as he usually is, but 84 for a 50-plus-year-old man, that's faster than most men's league guys. It's impressive.
It looks like they got. I'm trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, there's.
I guess
Dan Wilson and Ichiro are chatting it up right now. Ichiro waving his hat to the crowd.
Well, go
ahead, man.
Well, I mean, while we're waiting, and actually, I'll let you complete it because I'm gonna show a video in just a few moments. It has you in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I reacted to your preview video.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the thing is with the, as I said, with the Mariners, I think they make the playoffs, but only because of their pitching. If they can't get hitting, I don't know if they're going to go further. Your upside's 85-90 wins.
I mean, nothing would surprise me. I mean, anyone who says Mariners suck to me, I'll be like, yeah, you're right. Now here's that.
Suck. It's just you're not living up to your potential.
They're playing way below the potential. And now here's that U-Tree video reaction.
Chances of success are around 54%.
Brought to you by Jerry DePoto and his 54% statement.
Those teams that win 54% of the time always wind up in the postseason.
If there's any hope, it's possibly the best rotation in all of baseball. Now, you'd think they'd supplement those dream arms by doing anything about the inept things they call hitters over there, but that's too logical.
It is too logical, and it's all thanks to the cheap ownership and the incompetence of Jerry DePoto and Justin Hollander.
Why splurge on quality pieces when you can go dumpster diving at the one-year contract store?
Donovan Solano and Jorge Polanco. Nothing surprises me when they clearly had better options.
Even Justin Turner's calling the M's out on this shit.
Bravo, Justin Turner, for calling out the Mariners. Just by that alone, let's give him the Mariners Hall of Fame.
Unless Arozarena and J-Rod go back to what they were, you can't trust Seattle to do anything to complement their pitching.
Which is a lot to bank on.
It'll be 2-1 games from here to September. They might sneak into a wildcard spot with 85 to 90 wins. Great.
That's quite a reach.
But they could be so much more.
A lot more. They should be a dynasty by now.
If I'm a Mariners fan, I'm bitching up a storm. Or praying they get visited by three spirits.
I complain about them 24/7, basically. Well, there was my reaction. Everything was spot on.
It's as close as you can get, but as I said, it's just the fact that they haven't done anything. I will have correction, though. You didn't just add those two guys. You also added Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy Tellez and Cal Raleigh's extension and the ability for fans to only pay $20 a month. I think their whole in-house streaming was actually their biggest acquisition.
Yeah. I think the two, it's with the RSN starting to falter down. They want to try and get that revenue, but you're only going to make like 3 or 4 or 5 million from that. You're not going to get the deals you were getting before. Like, you're losing tens of millions of dollars from that, which would explain why they didn't do much in the offseason. Pirates are in the same boat. Let's be real here. I mean, our big offseason acquisitions were Spencer Horwitz. He's been injured. You have Tommy Pham. He was leading off. Tommy Pham at 37, leading off. Really? Okay, whatever you say. And not just that, you also have Adam Frazier back. Like, he hasn't hit well since, 2019, 2020? Something like that. You bring him in, and then it's just pitching arms. Like, you have good pitching. Like, Paul Skeens, he's the most dominant arm in baseball, and you're going to fucking waste him. You wasted him today because you have no bullpen.
In my fantasy baseball league, someone drafted him as the 3rd overall pick. Someone reached.
I don't know about reaching. I mean, he could be pretty good.
I have Scooball as my first pitcher.
Scooball is a good pitcher. I mean, he's no longer the most underrated guy because he just won a Cy Young. So I would say, yeah,
beat up
they're
Houston.
both quality pitchers. I mean, not just that. I mean, the Dodgers, I don't know if he could really do anything there, but I would say him. I mean, Yamamoto would be up there with especially how he performed in the postseason. Crochet, just for the strikeouts. I would put, I mean, Garrett Cole no longer up there because of the injuries and the Tommy John. I would put, Zach Wheeler. I would put him up there. Snell. I'm trying to think who else would be a good one. I mean, even like a guy like Logan Gilbert, I think could be a top pick. Or Luis Castillo.
Someone in our league also drafted him as a first round, and he was a projected second rounder. We have that one
Gilbert
guy.
Could be pretty good.
We have that one guy who takes all the steal picks like too early. We have that kind of guy.
Well, I mean, if you have a Seahawks-based or a Mariners-based fantasy baseball league, you're going to be at the point where you're going to be drafting guys like Castillo, Gilbert, Kirby, Munoz way higher just because you know what they are and how they can just shove on the mound. Zach Gallen would be another top pick too. I'm just seeing him on the screen too. Burns, I would say him.
Yeah. I mean, I'll reveal what my fantasy baseball team was. And I was actually the champion last year. And my MVP of the league, of my team, was any starter against the Mariners on the waiver wire. That's what I did throughout the whole season. And some of my friends were getting annoyed by it because they get notifications on acquisitions and they're like, Joe, why are you adding all these? Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yep. It was like the Pirates always did poorly against a pitcher named Glendon Rush, who usually had an ERA around 4.5. He would always dominate against the Pirates for whatever reason. I don't know why. We always turned him into Greg Maddux or Tom Glavine. It was the strangest shit.
The strangest thing was I remember Philip Humber. He was a nobody.
The perfect game.
He perfect game. I was actually at the game the day before, and I was actually rolling the dice between the two. And I chose the night before. It was for my friend's birthday, and we go. And I was actually working on that Saturday, so I couldn't anyway. But now behind, so I was like, dang, that would have been a birthday present to give my friend.
I saw a combined no-hitter in Cleveland when Milwaukee was up there. It wasn't like a perfect no-hitter, but it was the first time I've ever seen a no-hitter in person, even though it was between three pitchers.
And now we've got the first pitch coming in, and here is Logan Gilbert and the pitch. And that was right in there for a strike, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and we are underway here at T-Mobile Park, going up against Lawrence Butler, 262, 22 homers, one of the core players for the homeless A's.
Yeah, I'm a little behind you on there. I'm also getting Diamondbacks Cubs, who are currently underway too. Ian Happ at the plate against Zach Gallen.
And now we got a foul ball, strike 2. In just 2 pitches, we have 2 strikes already. Mariners doning in with that Nintendo insignia. And now we've got the third pitch coming in. And here it is, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. He tried to fool him this time. It looked like it was a splitter, but it's going to be a 1-2. Cal Raleigh behind the plate. Mr. got the extension, and his agent is no longer Scott Boras. And now we're looking at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that is low for a ball, 2-2.
I think the problem is a lot of 8 players have been burned by Scott Boras over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if you think about it, Jordan Montgomery, he couldn't get a deal. Bregman couldn't get a deal. Alonso couldn't get a big deal. Blake Snell. I mean, he finally did, but I mean, he goes to the Dodgers. But as I said, I mean, Montgomery not getting that deal. I mean, he's not getting that kind of deal again. I just had Tommy John.
Scott Boras, it's either you probably want to be the best possible player to be the agent. Man.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, though. A lot of teams get scared off because of long-term ramifications. There's no, like, unguaranteed deal. Kyle Tucker gives it a drive to the warning track, but he's given out by Lourdes Gurriel. Solid ride by Kyle Tucker in his first AB.
As we got the first out recorded by second baseman Ryan Bliss, who was most famous as of now for that Paul Sewald trade, which I still have not forgiven Jerry DePoto for that.
He was not good last year, though. That's why he got pulled from the bullpen in Arizona. It is no longer Paul Sewald's time to pitch. It's 6 past him.
Still, it was that timing. And now the pitch. This is Brent Rooker.
Anywhere?
He's in Cleveland. Took a 1
year. So he's going to turn
out.
He's going to be really good then, because Cleveland knows how to revive pitchers.
Now we got 0-1 so far for Brent Rooker, who was one of the best player on the A's last year. The pitch. And now here's a fly ball popped up and fouled. Out of play. It's going to be interesting how the A's season goes as they are playing in Sacramento. Now it's just a matter of what happens to that Vegas stadium situation.
I know for the most part they're going to try and rebuild it per se, but I think the real issue there is more or less just trying to get the funding in order. The issue with Sacramento as well is it's not a major league stadium, and the temperature difference is going to be astronomical because you're no longer on the bay. You don't have that area. So now you're having temperatures in the 90s, 100 degrees, just like it would be in the Napa Valley, because it gets hot, especially in Central California, away from the bay.
I actually have family in Sacramento, so I got the idea. I mean, when I visited my grandfather for his funeral, it was still like 70 degrees in November.
Oh.
Yeah,
but
and
I mean, that's nice, but
not good when you're going back to Washington and it's like 30 to 40 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
2-2.
Dude, I know about Pittsburgh, man. I mean, it was 55 here today, but it was low of 32 last night. So I'm waiting for when this weather starts to break.
We were supposed to have a huge windstorm last night, but it didn't happen as we got the 3-2 and a swing and a miss, strike 3.
There you go.
For Sacramento, this is basically a test to see if they can support a Major League Baseball stadium. I mean, they got the NBA and they have people from San Francisco and Oakland moving up to Sacramento. So Sacramento is a quietly sort of growing city. I mean, it couldn't be any more expensive than those two Bay cities.
Yeah, California in general is expensive, though.
It is. You got state income tax. You got tax. You probably got breathing tax for enjoying the sun.
And I mean, not just that, but it's just in general. It's been growing pretty sizably over the last 50 years. It's doubled in population since 1980.
Sacramento?
Yep.
Yep.
275,000 to 525,000. So
Still growing. 0-1.
Yep.
And now here's a ground ball right to Bliss. Throw to first in time, and that's going to retire the side for an easy 1-2-3 inning. Just 14 pitches for Logan Gilbert, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. It is still 0-0. So what an inning it was, and now it's up to the Mariners offense to step up.
we'll see about that.
I know.
Who
I
knows?
feel you. Like that offseason, I was like, what did you think of the trade proposal from Boston? There was Luis Castillo to Boston for Masataka Yoshida and Tristan Casas. Would you have pulled that trigger?
I don't know because they want to get rid of Yoshida. I would want to add one more piece, but do you really need Casas though? That's the question.
They were sort of in a void for a first baseman because right now first base is Rowdy Tellez and Luke Raley in platoon, basically. Well, not literally platoon, but they'll be like splitting time with each other.
Yeah, you're more or less banking on potential with Casas. He had
That's
of a
what
down
they're
year last year.
He did. I think he was like injured too. And Yoshida was comparatively
Yoshida
a down
had a
year
down
from
year.
rookie.
Yep.
But I mean,
Fly and Diamondbacks are going to be out of this inning too.
I probably would have done it because at the time before Mitch Haniger got released, he was going to be the DH, but then because he had injury concerns in spring training, they got rid of him, and that's where Rowdy Tellez come in. And now I'm curious did they just actually pay off Mitch Haniger, or are they going to give him the Bobby Bonilla contract and they'll have a happy Mitch Haniger day?
I don't know about that because they only have 1 year left in his deal, right?
It was a 1 year 15. Bobby Bonilla was a 1 year 6.
Well, I think the thing is with Bobby Bonilla, that was because the Wilpons thought they could increase their return from Bernie Madoff, and that didn't turn out. So that's why they got that ridiculous rate of return on the interest. I think they're just going to end up either paying half now, half later, or just a full payout. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. If they do give him that, if they do give him the Bobby Bo, I am going to declare Mitch Haniger holiday.
Yeah.
Now we got
did the Giants pay money to get rid of Haniger's contract? Yeah, it looks like they paid cash with Desclafani and Mitch Haniger.
And then Robbie Ray was that big piece as Victor Robles actually just grounded out to the catcher. And now Julio Rodriguez, don't let the numbers fool you. 273, 20 home runs, 60 RBIs. You would think, it's okay. But in 5 of those 6 months, it was painful to watch him. He's got to step up in the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. And I saw him in spring training. In those interviews, he was like, he sounds like he's talking a big game. I'm like, okay, great. Now you got to back it up with your bat.
He's got significant talent.
He does. 0-1. And that's going to be low for a ball, 1-1. I think last year he usually would have just chased at those because he was the chase master of last year's Mariners.
He's probably been getting some coaching.
Dan Wilson and Edgar Martinez, Kevin Seisser. Here's a fly ball to right field and foul ball. It looked good. It looked promising. Paul Hahn says we really need a basketball team, obviously, because Adam Silver said things that couldn't be any more condescending, in my opinion.
Well, doesn't Adam Silver want to run a European NBA league? Or like
and
European
Mexico.
League?
This is what he said. He goes, we're very focused on it. We don't take those fans for granted. The fact that we're not ready to make any public announcement with a specific timeline doesn't mean we don't care about those fans. I'm like, whatever. The pitch, almost hit Julio. 2-2.
Thing is, if J-Rod can live up to that upside that he has as a hitter, I think they'll be okay, but they need a course around him.
They do, and they don't really have much around other than like Cal Raleigh and Rosarena. That's it.
Rosarena and
maybe Luke Raley. And he's not saying much. The pitch. 3-2. Good. They see a little bit more patient Julio Rodriguez this time around. I think under Scott's service and that something Brown, offensive coordinator, he would have struck out by now. And now we're looking at the 3-2 in the pitch. And that's popped up and fouled.
Okay, stays alive.
Yeah, he is. I like the approach a little bit better. Last year, I don't know, I said it, but he would have whiffed out by now. 3-2. And the pitch by Severino. And a swing and a miss, strike 3.
I mean, that's a good AB, though. You took some pitches. I mean, in that sort of thing with the baseball. I'm looking at the pitch right now. Well, I'm actually at the foul ball. I'm actually a pitch behind you. So, I mean, if you can work 7 pitches in an AB, I mean, you just have to be able to work a pitcher.
You do.
More or less. Because
Now
3-2 counts. It's like coin flips.
It was
Honestly.
coin flips, yeah. Here's Cal Raleigh.
I mean, that's a hard pitch to lay off of. High outside fastball near the
It
zone.
was tempting. Like if he connected, that could have gone out to the right field seats.
Yeah, but that's tough to hit.
It is. And we're looking at 1-1 for Cal Raleigh.
The
Cal
big
Raleigh,
dumper.
big dumper, who broke Mike Piazza's record last year on the final day of the season. 1-1. Nice
Josh
inside
Naylor
for a
making
ball.
his first AB in Arizona right now as well.
Josh Naylor, one of the players the Mariners were rumored to go for, and it didn't happen. And that was after Christian Walker didn't go to the Mariners, went to Houston, 2-1. Big whiff, swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Wasn't really a good swing at it. It was also a pretty nasty pitch by Severino.
It's probably an off-speed slider or curveball. Like, those things are really just notorious to try and face. Because it's like, oh, it looks good, and then it just dies like, oh, shit.
Oh, and Cal Raleigh avoided a strikeout barely. It was right on the knees. Ooh, that's where the AB system would put into play if they even do that, which they haven't because that was only on trial for spring training. 3-2 pitch.
It's a bloop single.
And we got a walk by Cal Raleigh.
There you
Take
go.
your base, and this is for you, A's.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
Definitely is. Also in Cubs Diamondbacks, Josh Naylor, bloop single, scores a run, 1-0 D-backs.
D-backs. I do have the good vibes only on my fancy team. He was one of my last picks. Here's a Rosarena. Ooh, big swing and a miss on a 96. You could be like Juan Soto striking out on a clear ball 4 pitch. Ooh. Did he do that? The pitch. And a check swing, did he go? He did not, but it should have been a strike in my opinion. But I'll take it. It's going to be a 1-1 count on Randy Rosarena. He's got to have a big season. Bigger season than last season. The pitch. And a lazy swing and a miss right on the inside. And that's going to be a 1-2 count. Did not like that swing. Last year, he did cause a double play by throwing the bat. And Julio was not paying attention. The 1-2. And now here is a ground ball right to second base. It was actually a liner. I think that was caught by, Max Muncy, the other Muncy, not Dodgers Max Muncy, but there's a Sacramento.
An Oakland Max Muncy.
Sacramento.
Which is ironic
homeless.
because Max Muncy got his start with an Athletic.
I guess they went with that name on that kind of draft.
Maybe. I mean, well, he's a few years younger.
It's true. And now to my fantasy baseball team. I'll go
I
by.
want to see this.
Yeah. And this is a 12-team league. I had the 11th overall pick. Here is my team. My first rounder was Yordan Alvarez.
All right. Good power bat. He'll get you some good return.
Tariq Skubal.
Skubal was round 2.
Yeah.
Surprised he lasted that long.
Yeah. Austin Riley.
Riley? Not a bad pick if he stays healthy this year. He had injuries to end last year.
Risk. Dylan Cease.
Cease. It depends if he gets traded. Because I think if the Padres do not do well, I think he's going to be shipped off, and I think you'll end up being okay there.
Bryce Miller.
Bryce Miller. Name's not ringing a bell. Was he pretty good in the bullpen?
He was Mariners starter.
Mariners starter. Okay. Oh, okay. I name wasn't ringing a bell. That's why they just have so much good pitching. Solid pick, though.
CJ Abrams
Abrams?
of Washington.
Not a bad pick. I mean, that's more of an upside guy, if I say so myself. But once again, if he can stay off gambling at 8 a.m. before game day, I think he'll be all right.
And then this will be the last one until we get to, because we're back from break, it looks like. Mason Miller was my 7th round pick.
Mason Miller, dynamite closer.
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
He was. I watching him last year was terrifying.
That dude throws gas.
He is gas man. And we got Logan Gilbert back on for second inning as he pitched a 1-2-3 with just 15 pitches. Can he do it again? We shall see. Logan Gilbert was actually an all-star last season. He was along with him and Andres Munoz. Nobody else got it. As we got, who is up to the plate? Cannot. I guess we'll find out. Top of the second. And the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. Barely gets in there. And that is Shea Langoliers, the catcher for the homeless A's, batting .224 with 29 homers. And we're at top of the second. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. That is Victor Robles. He should be there. And he makes the catch. And that is going to be one down. 16 pitches in. La Piedra being shown. He is going to be the number 2 starter. I actually thought it was going to be number 3. I guess number 2. At least until George Kirby is back because he's still out with an injury. That actually scares me. And now we've got next player. Flick of the switch. Who is this guy? One of my top fans of my channel last year. The pitch. And that is a foul ball.
Miguel Andujar, former Yankee, had a really good year in 18 and then just vanished.
Yeah,
Also a former Pirate, too.
Yeah, it was quite a one-shot wonder, literally.
He's only 30, as hard as it is to believe. Because, like, in 18, you were thinking, wow, this guy's going to be really good. 27 homers, 2.2 WAR, and then he vanished. Like, he just
Jorge Polanco
died.
just caught a nice little liner by Andujar, went right to him. Yeah, Jorge Polanco is third base. I don't know. I'm not really feeling about that. I mean, it's better than Ryan Healy at third base, and that was really bad to watch. That was in 2019 when the Mariners literally were tanking. And now we've got next guy up. And now here's the pitch. And popped up, foul ball, way out of play. And now we got an 0-1 count. Woo! This whole, I don't know, this cold I'm recovering. I guess some of you might be able to tell. But I'm still fighting through it. We got an 0-1 on pitch number 19, going to be 20. And now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did go, and that's going to should be strike 2, I believe. Yep, strike 2. Hope the fans are getting after it. You're on strike 2, 2 outs. Let's make this happen. Get the strikeout. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did go. That's going to be strike 3. Second strikeout for Logan Gilbert.
Oh, man.
Higher the side. He's at 21 pitches. And
that's efficient.
It is. And now round 8. It was Yainer Diaz.
Yandy Diaz, he's a bounce back candidate. How long is he going to be in Tampa Bay, though?
Oh, I got the Houston one. Yainer.
Oh, different one. Yainer Diaz. I'm thinking Yandy Diaz. My bad.
Christian Walker.
Ooh, if he stays healthy, he'll get reps. Well, my question is, can he stay healthy?
Brian Reynolds.
Reynolds is a decent player. I think he'll give you good contact. I think he'll be around 275, 280. I think he won't be a headliner, but I think he'll be a solid player for you.
Dylan Cruz.
That's a good buy low candidate. I don't know if he's going to be up now, but I mean, he could be pretty solid for him and James Wood in Washington.
For the next pick, the song is going to pop up with your Angels. I call it the Angels meme song.
Ash for Gold.
You say Kikuchi.
I was going to say Anthony Rendon, but but he got injured, so it's all good. With Kikuchi, is he going to maintain what he did in Houston? That's my question.
I doubt it, but I picked him. Jeff Hoffman. Toronto. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, my thing with Hoffman are those injury concerns of his legitimate, because that's why Baltimore and Atlanta balked on the deal.
And then the meme song again, Logan Ohape.
Well, Hoppy's a good pick. He's probably one of the stronger hitters on the Angels right now.
Bryce Terang.
Bryce Terang.
Bryce Terang.
Another top prospect.
Yeah, took a chance. Oh, we're back from the break. Here is Luke Raley. And he went at it, and that is going to be a strike. 0-1 count. Luke Raley last season, 243, 22 home runs, and 58 RBIs. And the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1 count.
Still 1-0 in Arizona. 3-0 count with a runner on second base. 1 out.
We got 1-1, and now here is Luke Raley. And a fly ball foul. Just by the angle, it looked like a decent hit that was going to drop somewhere. Josh says, Houston is one of those pitching clinics that many others cannot really replicate that well.
The question is, can they bring it back? They've lost a lot of talent over the last couple years.
They lost Verlander. Did they lose France?
They didn't lose France. I think France was a Seattle player. He was more of a rental, but I think Minnesota lost France. They brought in France.
No,
but
there was.
I know,
I think it was like a JD.
They lost
France.
Ferguson. I think he's still there. They lost Kikuchi. They've lost Caleb Ferguson. They lost, Kyle Tucker, Ryan Presley, although Presley didn't do well last year. Alex Bregman.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of holes to fill.
That's why I was like, the Mariners have got to just go all in and make sure nobody can catch up. But nope. They're not going
to. They're not going to, because that would cost money, and they don't have that money. That's the thing.
But yet they're like top 5 in revenue and profit. Here's Jorge Polanco, and that's going to be a ball. JP France is still there. He's coming back from the injury.
McCullers is coming back too.
Luke Raley had a 901 OPS at home last season. So much for that T-Mobile problem. That's actually a thing where T-Mobile Park is known to suppress the hitters, but hey, it makes up for it with the pitchers, and the Mariners still win games at home than they do on the road.
Trouble brewing for the Diamondbacks right now. Miguel Amaya with a 2-0 count, runners first and second, 1 out.
Oof.
Top of the second over there.
Jorge Polanco looking at a 1-2. And here is the pitch. And now here's a liner, and that is going to be a base hit. First at bat for Jorge Polanco, and he gets on base. Look, quite a bit opposite of what he did last year. At least for that at bat.
You got a good start going. Keep it running.
I'll take it. Do you guys do stock trading? I do stocks, but I don't like day trade like those crazy people do.
Yeah,
sell, buy, sell, buy.
Yeah, like I have stocks, I have mutual funds, but I don't do day trading. I mean, I've been bleeding money over the past couple weeks because, the economy it'll bounce back. It's just a correction period. You put more money in when the time comes. Like I don't put anything more than what I can afford to lose. Force out at first in Arizona, by the way. So runner second and third, 2 out with the top of the order coming up. But the thing with me as well is that I don't put anything I risk.
Oh,
more or
they
less
just
it's
hit Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez just got hit right on the elbow.
Well,
and that was going to be runners on first and second.
I mean, that's the guy you don't want to hit because Rowdy Tellez is – you hope to at least have a double play. Double play still is in effect, but now it's just running back. Ooh, Ian Happ hit one, but it would lean foul.
Oof. Got runners on first and second. And it's going to be Ryan Bliss, the guy who made the team for second base. And the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike.
Yeah, at least that hit the elbow guard for Tellez.
And a ground ball, going to be a double play ball. Throw to second, throw to first. And it's in time for the double play. Exactly what you may have feared. And that ends the inning.
Yeah. They're just throwing the ball low, hoping for a ground ball, and they got it.
Yeah, Ryan
Bliss,
I'm
surprised they called that first pitch a strike. That was way inside.
16th round, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards. I mean, that's a really solid pick. Probably one of the better hitters on Miami right now. Had a strong second half.
And now I think you'll have an idea based on this video. Here's my next pick.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it. Thank you.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez.
I miss that guy so much.
He's a solid pick. Good power bat. I mean, he had kind of a down year last year, but I think he can do a job. Had an error in this previous game. I don't think Dansby Swanson's going to be what he was in Atlanta, but I think he can still be serviceable. Fortunately, you're not paying him that contract, so you should be good there.
Pete Fairbanks.
Pete Fairbanks coming back from injury, so if he's back to what he is, I think he's looking pretty solid. And my camera just froze, so sorry. It's just I have to turn it back to this. I was just sitting there like this, and it's a base hit for the Cubbies. They're leading 2-1. Ian Happ with a stand-up double.
Paul Hahn says, don't know how day traders can control their emotions. Yeah, applause to them. I bet they have to go through a roller coaster. So,
the reality is, it's very hard to beat the S&P 500. Very hard.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
most people can't. I mean, I just do it like I mean, most people are going to lose money on the market unless you get like really lucky.
2021 was the perfect definition of that. January, GameStop, and like everyone else just blew up out of nowhere.
And Tucker with a line drive base hit. That's going to be 3-1. Just past the second baseman.
And to answer your question for Steve, he'll be here on Sunday. And now we got Logan Gilbert for top of the third and the pitch. And that is in there for a strike.
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Do it. 0-1 for Gio Urshela. And excuse me, still going through a slight cold recovery. And the 0-1. I would like to say that today was my peak of the sick. Yesterday was that sore throat. And now it's my running nose. It's running like a mother, you know what. Yep, see that. And yet I'm still fighting. I'm still doing this game. And now the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. And that's going to be a 2-1 count on Gio Urshela. Hope I had a good winter. Yeah, it was okay. And now the 2-1 pitch. And now here's fly ball popped up to Randy Arozarena. And he is going to be there. And he makes the catch. And that's going to be 2 down. Pretty sure it's 2 down. No, it's 1 out. I lied. Now they're showing Jen Mueller on the TV. Ryan Bliss, they're showing him on the camera. He hit into that double play. Big expectations for him. Trident and I, not sure yet. But we did a lot of Mariners talk throughout the season, off season. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball, or in the strike. Gio was fun to see at the World Baseball Classic qualifiers. How did I miss those games? Should have watched. As we're looking at an 0-1. And now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did go. It's going to be 0-2. And now we're looking at 0-2. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Are you happy to see a Gino DK are gone? Yeah, but replacements are not much better. I'm thinking about the live streaming part. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Logan Gilbert's absolutely on fire. That is strikeout number 3 for Logan Gilbert, the Walter. On 29 pitches. It's 2 outs so far for the Mariners. That was Max Muncy who struck out. And now we got 2 outs. And now we're looking at the pitch. And here it is. And that is up high for a ball. Logan Gilbert, career high 220 strikeouts. Jacob Wilson, the shortstop. I actually watched the A's game in Arizona, in Mesa, and the 1-0. Now here's a liner, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. First hit by A's, and that is Wilson. But yeah, when I was in Mesa, for some reason, I actually thought I was in Oakland for a split second because the houses and the setting kind of looked similar to when I was in Oakland, except a lot cleaner, of course. I mean, when I drove through,
is it hotter? Well, you were there in the spring, to be fair.
Yeah, it was like 80 degrees, but it was a bad 80 degrees because it was like in the
was it like that humid? Oh, that like the hot, humid.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Sort of I mean, the worst humidity I had, I was in Daytona for a couple days. I was in, I believe, Clearwater, not Clearwater, but it was town in between Daytona and Jacksonville. Dude, the humidity, like, it just stuck to you, and I'm like, oh my god, how do you live with this?
And I complain about Washington's humidity, and it's from what you said, that sounds like ours is nothing.
Pennsylvania has some humidity too. Like, we get that Midwest humidity, so it's like it kind of sticks to you, but Florida humidity is something different. Oh, Eugenio Suarez, hopefully you had him in your lineup. He just smacked a solo home run to left field.
Oh, and a comebacker to Logan Gilbert. Throw to first, and it's in time.
3-2.
Hopefully he's okay.
111.7 miles per hour off the bat.
Let me check. Oh, by the way, my team name is In John Stanton We Trust. Had to do it. Nope, I don't have Gino. Ouch.
You should have called it John Carlos Stanton as a joke.
That is why you have close to 800,000 subs, because you have that magic of coming up with the jokes.
I don't know about that. That's a pretty lame joke.
No, it's a joke I couldn't come up with. I mean, John Carlos Stanton. I mean, come on. Now we're on commercial break.
Yeah.
Well, so far, only one hit given up by Logan Gilbert, and we are going into the bottom of the third inning.
Ooh, Flick of the Switch had a good question. Are you happy to see Gino and DK gone?
I was not a fan of Gino. I hate to say it, just wasn't. I didn't see him as a Super Bowl savvy type quarterback.
He's a top 15 quarterback. That's the problem. Were you going to get anything better in the offseason? I feel like you just went lateral. You replaced Gino with younger
Darnold.
Gino. Yeah.
But what I was thinking was, if we were getting Sam Darnold, then they should. I think they should have kept DK. It should have been
the problem with DK, he's a very hot and cold receiver. I mean, he's a home run threat, but the problem is, like, he got overtaken by JSN in terms of being a number one. Plus, did you want to pay him $30 million a year?
Which the Steelers did. And
Yep,
now
who's
your starter now? Don't tell me it's Mason Rudolph.
Well, Mason Rudolph right now, they've been waiting for Aaron Rodgers for weeks. And I don't want Aaron Rodgers, but here's the problem. He doesn't have the mobility anymore. Russell Wilson's gone. Jameis Winston's gone. All you have left right now are Joe Flacco, Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins. There's nothing there. And the quarterbacks in this draft are projects. They are not ready.
Jackson Dart's the only one that really sticks out. And Shador Sanders, I mean...
Jackson Dart is a boom-bust guy. He's going to be... he gives me a lot of Zach Wilson vibes. Like, was he just a product of the system? He did the same throw. He has the same sort of skill set. So, as I said, very boom-bust.
Ugh. I still
Flick
think
of the switch.
Seahawks should try.
A route running issue, and you're paying $30 million for that. Problem is, like, in terms of the Steeler perspective, DK is very similar to George Pickens. So I think Pickens either gets traded this offseason or he's gone after this year. Because they're not going to pay both.
1-2 to JP, and the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right off of Severino. Throw to first in time.
Solid response on the ricochet.
Yeah, two ricochets today. It went to Logan Gilbert, hit him in the butt.
Oh,
And
Well, at
good
least
thing
that
it
hit
was
him in
just the
butt.
butt.
Yeah, because at least that's just a black and blue.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a pitch hit me on the tricep, nowhere near as fast as they do, but that's a black and blue. I mean, that'll hurt.
I got hit in the belt section. And everyone
Ooh.
thought that was in Little League. And I definitely got the black and blue.
Yeah, that's the fortunate thing. Like, as long as it doesn't hit an area with some muscle or fat, you're gonna be okay. Like, it hit like literally right here,
Ooh.
like where the muscle is. So it's like,
And
oh,
a
thank
fly ball to center field, and that is caught.
God. Yep.
There we go. That's Victor Robles. Question for
Robles.
Victor Robles is, can he sustain an entire season of success that he did last season? Which, unfortunately, I don't see it.
He did have that upside as a top prospect in Washington, and that was the first time he really capitalized on that. I mean, he was your best hitter last year. Let's be real.
Oh, we have some activity already in the bullpen. Looks like Logan Gilbert might be having some. Maybe that butt really hurts. Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see. Maybe it's just precautionary. Who knows?
And they're putting in Edwards of Bizardo, which I don't. Not really a favor of that.
Well, that's more of a long relief. You'd rather keep Logan Gilbert in because he's been shoving for the first 3 innings. But
that comeback is not helping.
Yeah, TK, that 380 BABIP ain't happening, but.
Oh, thank you, Korean pizza boy. You got the 1-1. And that is outside for a ball. I'll take $1. Too bad the McDonald's dollar menu doesn't exist.
Oh, dude, go back to the 90s.
2-1. Now it's the $5 menu.
Yeah. We used to live in a proper country, but unfortunately we don't anymore. We don't have the dollar menu.
Nope. We got 3-1 for Julio. He's actually been ahead of the count, and now the pitch. And foul ball. He had the swing at that, just couldn't get on contact. And it hit the inside part. We're talking skinny part of the bat, so that didn't really help either. But yeah, last time I had McDonald's, I was like, within seconds of eating, I was like, why did I just do that kind of feeling?
Right. That's I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. Last time I think I had like a chicken wrap.
Yeah. If Mac McDonald and Dick McDonald were still alive, they'd be rolling their eyes right now, be going, what the hell is this? 3-2.
Here's the thing. The McDonald's guys don't have any say on that anymore. It's Ray Kroc would be like, fuck yes, I'm making all this money. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he did. That's why he bought it. And the brothers, I assume you saw the movie and probably saw everything.
Yeah.
The founder.
I've seen the founder. It's on Netflix.
The Batman.
It's all a movie.
Batman
Michael
as
Keaton.
Ray Kroc.
Yep. Pittsburgh native Michael Keaton. Famous Pirates fan.
Bottom third. Now the pitch to Calroy. That's a ball. By the way, we just missed a walk from Julio Rodriguez. It's going to be 1-0. Yeah. It was a fantastic movie. I loved it too. It made me want to go back on a time machine and go back to the 60s and have some real McDonald's. My grandfather actually got to experience that Dick McDonald's.
Ooh, nice.
Should have asked him about it.
Problem is, didn't have them around here in the city like back in the day. And so they either had restaurants or like drive-ins.
That's a
like
true
we
statement.
had the Eaton Park, which used to be a drive-in, like, you know, one of those like you sit in your car diners.
Yeah.
Then it became like a Denny's type restaurant. Local staple around here.
Outside for a ball, 2-1. And flick of the switch, you are correct. Stick with the breakfast menu.
If they have it. That's the question.
Yeah. After 10:30, you're screwed.
Yep.
2-1.
I just don't go to McDonald's. Dude, I'd rather go to Subway. And Subway's gone downhill over the last 15 years.
And popped up. And that will retire the side. Yeah, at this point, if you want a good burger, just go to some small business one with a small name, with a no-namer. Don't make real stuff at least.
Make your own burger, man. Buy your own ground meat. Buy some local bread. Like there are a couple companies, Mancini's or Salonis. Toast that up. Do it on the grill. I mean, you can add whatever you want to it. I mean, you can mix up certain grades of meat, chucks.
Cut up your potatoes.
I know for me, I usually don't fry anything, but I would probably, if if I were to do that, I don't know if I'd fry them. I'd probably bake them in the oven, olive oil, let them crisp.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe season with some Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
I would probably go garlic salt, a little bit of that. And I would probably, I don't know, maybe a little spice. I think that would work. And then I'd mix up my own sauce, like a honey mustard hot sauce blend, and dip it with that.
Something to do for Memorial Day weekend. Just throw a burger.
Coming up in 2 months. Get ready.
Yeah. I think the Mariners are off that day.
Yeah. Hey, I cleaned my grill a couple weeks ago, so I'm ready.
Yep, they have a day off that day. I could go to a A+ game in Everett.
Yep. Paul Hahn, they still
where-
do have. Oh, sorry, they still do have Denny's, by the way, Paul. So they're having trouble though.
Yeah. I'd make my own breakfast at that point.
Yeah, I mean that's something. It's like you're on the road. It's 3 a.m. and there's nothing else open.
Yeah. I haven't been up at 3 a.m. in a long time. My body can't do that anymore.
I'm at bed by 3, so like
Yeah.
I'm usually either in bed or just sleeping.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Oh,
Like I stay up late because I'm
Cane's.
used to it from restaurant industry. Oh yeah, Raising Cane's. They've been opening up a lot around here over the past year, so I've never
starting to
been. But
open-
I hear.
I got this at the spring training game.
Nice.
We're
the
back from the break. Oh,
the one I hear, like the one that's gotten pricey is Five Guys. It's good, but shit's expensive.
a lot of
You have
lot of
Five Guys
peanuts,
around
though. Oh yeah,
I mean,
a lot of
fries.
peanuts.
Oh yeah.
Fries are
Oh
good.
yeah. You get the. Yeah, I mean, you get like a shitload of fries in those.
Yeah,
I forget.
better
about that. It's
value
like,
than
oh,
McDonald's.
I'll get a medium. I'm like, dear God, I don't want to like give me like 5 entire potatoes.
0-1, and that's gonna be a foul ball. That's gonna be strike 2. That is Brent Rooker in
Look at the switch.
24.
Here's the thing. I don't see any gas station sushi. Maybe that's a West Coast thing, but there's not really much around here. Like you have gas station subs, gas station hoagies, gas station pizza, but not sushi.
Logan Gilbert with another strikeout. Make it strikeout number 4. He's still wheeling and dealing.
Why do they have Bizarro in the bullpen though? Was that just precautionary?
I thought so. It was like a just in case. Oh, speak of Pennsylvania, have you heard of a video game store, DK Oldies?
No, I have not.
They're also a pretty big YouTube channel, up to around the millions. They sell retro game and they make content about it.
Nice.
Oh, a fly ball to center field. That's going to be sliding catch by Julio Rodriguez, and he makes the catch to make it 2 outs. Julio with that
know,
big
like
glove.
closest thing to a retro place is the Exchange. It's a chain. Not really the thing. I don't have any. Like GameStop is still around. I don't know how long they're going to be for. I remember Babbage's and EB before they got bought out by GameStop.
Yeah.
KB Toys.
I think Funko was also bought out by GameStop.
Yeah.
We got 2 outs for Shea Langoliers, and that's in there for a strike. But yeah, the retro gaming is all I can really do. Like, I haven't bought the last game I bought was Hogwarts Legacy, and I didn't really play it that much.
I keep telling myself to buy a PS5 or Xbox One X. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
You haven't missed anything.
I usually play, if I play games, I play on my PC.
PC's where it's at anyway.
Yep.
It's going to be 0-2 on Shea Langoliers. But yeah, I'm still rather play retro games, Game Boy Advance, N64, old Xbox. Just can't do the... I mean, I have the Xbox One X, but I only got it because it was a sale, but it's basically an oversized Netflix and DVD player for me.
Yep.
0-2 for Shea Langoliers. And the pitch. And the ground ball, and that's going to be a foul ball. What do I think of the Switch 2? Haven't really looked at it much, but probably not going to buy it because there's no games that has gotten my attention yet.
If you already have a Switch, then why get a Switch 2?
I ain't
It's
doing
like,
it.
I mean, I have a Switch Lite. I got it for Christmas from an ex one year. or last year. I haven't played it since she broke up with me, but as I said, it's just
Oh, and
I have a
2.
couple games for it. Nothing too crazy.
I waited until Metroid Dread came out, and then once that came out, then the Switch got my money because I was dying for a Metroid 2D game.
Yeah, I want to play Super Mario RPG, the remake, on there. I just haven't had the chance to buy it yet.
1 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, 5 strikeouts for Logan. What we got here? Switch to Direct is going to be on the 4th. Hey. Guess so. Randy Arozarena, I believe, is going to be next. Now we're in the bottom of the 4th.
Yep. It's Arozarena, Rayleigh, Polanco. Next up in the order.
That makes me nervous.
Well, we'll see. I mean, this is supposed to be the heart of your order, or close to it.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is if you're doing the that's not good.
Yeah, especially we had a prospect named Cole Young. He was possibly in the favorites to take the second base spot, but then he didn't really do much in spring training. I mean, the other prospects younger than him and behind him, like they're like in. So Cole Young's AA. We have a Felnine Celestine who's like barely A. He got outperformed by him. And then there was Cole Emerson who outperformed Cole Young. But of course, they're not going to get called up because they're like barely A to A plus.
They're not on the 40 man. They're not on the 40 man.
No, they were like on the trial roster.
Yeah, I know. Like with the Pirates, Henry Davis, he couldn't beat out anyone for a spot. He got demoted, and he's not looking good. The thing is, he was drafted for his bat. His bat has not converted, and it's yeah.
Today they gave a new look for Metroid Prime 4. I never even got into Prime. I was more of a 2D Metroid guy. Metroid Fusion is my favorite.
I played Metroid. I could get into it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's just not for everyone. I think that's why I didn't really do as well.
I don't mind it. It's a
Mario
good game.
Zelda.
It's just never really got into it.
I'm pretty sure you've used a Metroid something in any of your videos. At least once. If you used Command and Conquer.
Oh, yeah.
And Daytona. I love that. Those are the 2 games where I have like maybe 2 friends that know about it. And the fact that you know about it, I was like, oh shit, this YouTube channel is mine.
I'll bring it back. I mean, it takes me back to when I was a kid, man.
Did you play the Saturn version of Daytona?
No, I never had a Saturn. Played it in the arcades.
Outside for a Ball 2-0. And now it's on the Xbox and PlayStation. Now you can't buy it anymore.
They remakes. They have it on like their digital stores, but
2-0. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 1. Yeah, the music, Let's Go Away, that never gets old. I blast that in the car when I'm driving sometimes.
I'll play it at the gym once in a while. Depends on the mood I'm in. When I'm on the treadmill, you just need to burn some time. Because for me, it's like when you're on a treadmill, it's like, oh God, is this over? It's just like there's nothing to do. You're just sitting there.
2 and 2. Foul ball as he was reaching for it. Randy Arozarena had an 8.3% bail rate in 2024. I almost said 2004. Oh my God. We got 2 and 2 for Arozarena, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down he goes. Sega Saturn wasn't exactly one of the better systems for Sega. That's when they were in their downturn, and then the Dreamcast was kind of that too little too late for them.
I know with Dreamcast, they had ideas, but it just never really had the traction that N64 and PlayStation had.
PlayStation, that was just too much for them. Outside for a ball for Luke Rayleigh. But Dreamcast was where 2K started for NFL and NBA.
I mean, they had quality games on the Dreamcast. You just, once again, just never.
Oh, really ground ball, and that's a ground out. It was a diving effort by the first baseman and 2 outs. And this has been a very much pitcher's duel between each other of Severino and Gilbert. No surprise.
I mean, as you expect, these are your number ones. Severino got back into form with the Mets.
And the A's paid for it.
It's still amazing how the A's, this is their highest paid contract by $1 million over Eric Chavez. But that was just a great diving effort by the first baseman.
Yeah, can't take that away from him. That is a strike.
Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, Eric Chavez, the last player I believe that got
Eric
an
Chavez
extension?
in 2004.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
$66 million in comparison to 67. Them and the White Sox are the only team that haven't paid $100 million for a player.
Oof.
The Pirates have, which is amazing. And Tyler Soderstrom, that's a good diving effort. He's a natural catcher.
This
And
guy
a
makes
space
a
for him
point.
with Langoliers.
Jorge Polanco's on a 1-1. And
Yep.
the pitch. Oh, and
As
a
I
line
said-
drive, and that is a base hit, and that's
There you
2 hits
go.
for
Well
Jorge
done.
Polanco. Is on fire.
There you go. The thing with the Dreamcast, it came out in 98, 99. PS2 came out in 2001. I mean, it was too late.
Too little, too late. And then the Xbox
Yep.
was like its death blow.
Oh yeah, Xbox was just it was just the killer. I mean, it already had the IP. You had games that came with it.
Halo.
You were done. Yep, Halo, the death knell.
I like that you used the flood music from that Mariners Blue Jays video.
Oh, dude, as I said, it was the horror music. It was supposed to be like a horror theme.
Yeah, it was.
As they talked about the movie, to the trailer, it's like, how's the movie treating you, Toronto?
Yep. And popped up by Telez and foul.
Did you see the news coming out that the Blue Jays have offered another contract to Vlad Jr.? I think it's something like 13 to 15 years, $550, $600 million. I mean, I think he hits the market.
Scott Boras is telling him to, isn't he? Is he a Scott Boras client?
I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, let's find out. I thought he would be. It sounds like he would.
Baseball
Just
Reference will have that. Okay, so his agent is Magnus Sports, so it's not Boris, but he'll get paid. The problem is with Canada, you're dealing with Canadian taxes.
Canadian taxes and the weaker dollar compared to U.S. dollar.
Yeah, well, he's getting paid in U.S. dollars.
Oh, right. Still, though, yeah, the taxes kills in Toronto.
Yep.
And we said California kills.
Yeah.
2-1. Strike 2.
As I said, I feel like that's why a lot of players, especially hockey players, end up signing in Texas and Florida. No state income tax.
I mean, look at A-Rod. He left to Texas from Seattle for cheaper houses and a big contract.
He got $25 million. That's why he went to Texas.
And his agent was Scott Boras, so that also didn't help.
Yeah,
but yet the Seattle fans still vilify him.
That was the unbelievable deal at the time. Like, holy shit, somebody's getting paid $25 million a year to play a sport.
And now that's
this was pre-inflation. Yeah.
I mean, I forgave the man. I finally forgave him when I figured out Mariners ownership. I was like, oh, never mind. A-Rod, you're off the hook. But most fans still have they still feel the butt hurtness out of it. Like, I mean, I couldn't blame him for taking that contract. I mean, no one really could. Please, NHL, give me the Houston. Huh? I guess Houston had a team, didn't they?
Yeah, so $10 million in the inflation calculator in January 2000 has the same buying power as about $19 million. So nearly double that now. It would have been like paying $45 million for A-Rod. Back in that time.
Too bad it didn't work out for him in Texas. I mean,
he got a ring at the Rangers, so I think he's doing all right.
You got a ring with the Rangers?
No, with the Yankees.
Yankees, that's right. I was like, Rangers won something? Well, they did in 23.
Yeah, but as I said, it took a bit, but once again, he did win a ring. He was kind of vilified in New York, but it's
2009, his heroics made it work out. And that's when they were making fun of them. Like, the media kept talking about him like almost every day when he was struggling in the 09 season. And now we're back from the break. They're showing the lightning storms that happened yesterday in Seattle. There was supposed to be like another hurricane-like and even a tornado, but luckily didn't exactly happen. It didn't live up to the hype, and thank God.
That's a good thing, man.
Otherwise, I was going to do the show for my friend's pizza place where he never loses power, no matter what the conditions are.
Yes, generator.
I know his power lines are underground.
Oh, I mean, still, if like the transformer or something like that loses power, then he's out of luck.
I mean, when we had it was the bomb cyclone in November, he still had power the entire time while I didn't. So I hung out at his place a lot.
I have a generator in my garage, but that's mostly for emergency circumstances.
Yeah, fair. And we got a 2-0 count on Miguel. Looks like Logan's finally behind on the count. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. We got a question by Josh. How would you rank this decade of World Series?
Are we talking from 15 or 2020?
Yeah, I would like to know that, Josh.
Yeah,
I think it's 20.
16 would be okay. So you're looking at. I'm trying to
ground
think.
Ball right to Bliss, throw to first in time. 2020 was the Blake Snell
that was the
game
COVID
with the
series.
Rays.
That was the Rays. 21 was
the Braves
I
game
believe,
7.
Yep, the Braves. It wasn't a game 7, but they beat the Astros.
Game 6.
Yeah. 22 was, I believe, the Astros.
Astros beating Philadelphia.
Yep.
23
was the Rangers and Diamondbacks. That was pretty much a blow series. And then the Dodgers just smacked the crap out of the Yankees in the game 5 nightmare.
Center field and gone. That is a home run by Oakland. Sorry, the Sacramento A's. And that is Tyler Soderstrom. And now, my God, the A's just took a lead. Thanks, Josh, for keeping me a little bit distracted from that. Needed that. And now, I better react to it.
I mean, that's just Seattle. You're just waiting for that slow moving. It's just like dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, Most F asked, do you think it's likely for Rowley to hit a home run?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope anything is good for the Mariners. The 1-0 or the 0-0. And that is a strike. Comments have been flying in. We got Raleigh's to hit a home run. I don't know. We got Gio Urshela. And now the 0-1.
Gio Urshela.
And a ground ball right to Bliss. He's been being busy. And that's going to be out. 2 outs. I mean, they're playing a little bit better than they did last year against Boston in the opener. There's that, but they're still losing.
It's not much you can do about that, though.
Not at all. And they gave up bombs last year to the Red Sox.
I think I remember that. I was on the stream for a little bit for that one.
You at least were there with me when Mitch Haniger hit that home run, and that's what I thought. He's back! Nope.
I think that's how everyone was.
Yeah, I think, and right after that, I think Scott Service was like, all right, let's put him in right field. I'm like, great. There goes the defense.
And Ian Happ hits a solo shot to right field. That's a solo. It's going to be 4-2.
0-1. And that is outside for a ball. That is the one weakness of the Mariners is them throwing strikes, because when they throw strikes a lot, there is bound to be good pitches to hit. That's a George Kirby weakness, actually. Got a 1-1 on Max Muncy. And the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, 2-1. Woo! 2-1 count. Making his major league debut.
Yep. Max Muncy, which Max Muncy with the A's, you have to ask which one, because once again, the Max Muncy with the Dodgers started out with the A's.
A's still have that. They still have that magical farm system where they get these players.
They had a little bit of a rough patch for a bit. They had to reload, but once again, it's just the fact that Fisher kind of fucked over Oakland and kind of sandbagged everything, forced him to move. All right. Not bad, man.
I mean, I went to the Coliseum before. I know
I did too.
Said it.
I did too. It reminded me a lot of Three Rivers when I was a kid.
All I can say is I can see why it was such a highly respected stadium. I could just tell by the infrastructure, but when I drove around, just keep looking forward. That's all I could say.
Yeah, it was the multi-purpose stadiums had passed their time. That was the last of like an old relic of the 60s where they thought it was efficient and it didn't work out. 60s, 70s, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I actually got to get back to work, brother. I'm going to head out for the night.
Yeah, you actually stayed longer than I would have expected.
No, nothing wrong with that, man. I was enjoying myself. Nothing wrong with that. And I realized, oh, crap, I got to get back to work.
That's a good problem.
Absolutely. Definitely, man.
Hey, thanks for being
good
here,
to see
man.
you again, man. Absolutely. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too.
I hope your Mariners do well. I mean, better than my Pirates, at least. Don't blow a lead. Take care, man.
Take care. And that was the U Tree. Thank you very much, Urinating Tree, for being here, as I will take care of the rest of the game. And man, how am I fighting through this cold? Here's what really happened. I woke up at like 5:30. I was sick as poo-poo. I worked throughout, was going to take a midday nap, and then something happened at work. And all I can say is I didn't even take a legitimate break today. This is my break, basically, is working. Showing up. I'm drinking Propel and water, everything I can to make myself feel better. And to make me feel a little bit better, let me play this clip. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. And we are back from the break, and we got Ryan Bliss up to the plate. He is at a 2-0 count so far. And now here's the pitch. Inside, and that nearly got him 3-0, and I'm going to call red light on that one. Yeah, my nose is like running the F out. I got to figure out something when I take a commercial break. And now here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4, take your base. And this is for you, A's.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
And he does get on base indeed. Yep, goodbye Blackouts. They're doing that $20 thing per month, which I am subscribed to right now. So glad they did that. And it's been very efficient. Now here's JP Crawford. And the pitch. Up high for a ball. And pick off, and that's going to be not in time. Would like to see Ryan Bliss try to steal a base. And yeah, let me know how I sound right now, because I sound like crap, because I am feeling like crap. And now the pitch to JP, low for a ball. Yep. I am definitely not 100%, but I'm still going to fight through this entire game. Wish I have something that's like 2 minutes long at least. Yeah, I don't got anything. We're looking at a 2-0 count so far for JP. Let's go, JP. Do something. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-1 count on JP Crawford. For a strike, of course. Unfortunately speaking. And now we're looking at 2-1 and the pitch. And that's going to be strike 2. Very questionable call that they say. But it's JP Crawford. He's kind of a stinker. I hate to say it, but he is. And now we're looking at 2-2 by JP. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 right down the middle. Now we got 1 out. Now we got Victor Robles up to the plate. Astrodome, huh? Weren't there some people talking about it for rodeos? Yeah, $1 billion plan that has been put up early. I guess nothing's really happened. The pitch. You just like to see him tear it down or use the building instead of tearing it down. Yeah, it's usually used for like a post-hurricane relief location. It was at one point for Katrina. And now we're looking at the 0-1. And that's outside for a ball, 1-1 the count. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how do I sound based on the cold I'm going through? Because my nose is like, it's running. As we got a 1-1. And that's going to be I guess it's going to be not in time. Ryan Bliss is still stuck at first base. And now the pitch, runner goes, and fly ball popped up. Ryan Bliss has to go back. And a throw to first. Oh, it drops. Yes, I am sick, Korean boy. And now we got 2 outs. This game literally makes me sick. Someone try to make me cry. Yeah, they only threw him out too, but they just had to drop it. Now here's Julio Rodriguez. Let's see if he can figure this out. And now he's going again. And now the throw to second. And that gets on by. And now Ryan Bliss is going to third base. The throw to third. And it's not in time. And now you got runner on third base. That's Ryan Bliss. Maybe that will make me feel better. Ryan Bliss sporting in his dreadlocks. Ryan Bliss with a double stolen base. And now we're looking at 1-0, and now we've got all right, yeah. I was using one of these. Somehow I'm just fighting through this. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't even sound that good either. As we're looking at 1-0, it's only fitting that I'm sick and I'm doing this game. And we're looking at 1-0 for Julio. And that is low for a ball. Good thing is that the building is still a sound structure, so no asbestos. That's good to know. 2-0 for Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. We have a man on third base. You got to score a run on this. And it's 2-1. Let's see if we could get a run in by Julio. And now the pitch. Ground ball right to the first baseman, and that's going to be in time. And we go into the 6th inning, and I will be right back. I'm going to take care of my nose.
Oh! I'm here, Rooftop Sports. I got Chris of, how do you say that?
Batea.
Batea. It's a Dominican Republic thing, and I actually got an opportunity to hit a home run, which I actually did, and that's the souvenir. That's the one that I hit, and I got Chris going to explain what in the world is this kind of thing.
So here, before I explain it, just pan around, check out all the kids out here that absolutely love our game. We're trying to bring it here to the United States from, like he said, the Dominican Republic. So our game is based off of a bunch of kids way back in the 70s. And what they would do is when other countries would ship Sparkletts water bottles to their country, they would take the caps. That's what this is, shape of a cap. And they would squish it down and they would steal their mom's brooms and use them as bats. Okay. And so that's where our business partner, Albert, who's on the mound today throwing, got this idea to bring it to life. Okay. And so we're out here with all these great people, Peoria Sports Complex, meeting Joe.
Absolutely.
And I'm back, hoping to feel better. Got 17 viewers right now. I love the engagement. Let's keep up the chatting. It hurts when I see JP Crawford struggle. He's been my favorite player since. He's not mine. He's been there. I remember seeing him being a clutch homer to beat the Mets in Citi Field. That was in 2023, and I was covering that game. Logan Gilbert's still on the mound. Still pitching strong with the exception of that one home run that was given up. Top of the 6th. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Adam Charles Ford shorts. Play Toby can actually tie it though. I'm trying to remember who Toby is. As we got an 0-1 count and now the pitch. That is low for a ball. Yep. I know there's a moment of me that maybe I should have called out from work, but I was thinking like, does it really make much of a difference if I just rest? I don't know. And now the 1-1 pitch. Now here's a ground ball foul. That was more of a line drive foul. And now we got a 1-2 on Jacob Wilson. He batted .433 in 53 minor league games last season. And now we're looking at the 1-2. And now the pitch. Ground ball foul. And now we're looking at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that gets away, and that's going to be a 2-2 count. Now the 2-2. And now the pitch. Fly ball foul. And note, I will be back tomorrow for another Mariners game. I'll be back on Friday. Game will start at 6:40. Coverage starts at 6:30. And now the 2-2. Here's a ground ball right to Ryan Bliss. Sliding stop. And he gets him at first base. Nice play by Ryan Bliss. He's seen a lot of action today, but he's been playing very well on the defensive end. Logan Gilbert with 6 strikeouts. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike for Lawrence Butler. And that's an 0. He's 0 for 2 so far. 0-1 count for him. At this point, they don't have a good stadium, but the question is, where would they go? And the 0-1 popped up for Polanco. And he makes the catch. And that's going to be 2 down. Here in the top of the 6th inning. 18 viewers so far. I love it. I think this is like a record for me. I don't think I've ever had more than 18 before. But ways to help the channel is to donate to this channel, whether it's $1 or many dollars. Now I'm up to 20 viewers. Also subscribe to this channel as well. And we got Brent Rooker up to the plate. And that is going to be in there for a strike. I would think like right after this, I'm probably going straight to sleep because my nose is just running like a mofo. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, hit the dirt. Nice splitter by Logan Gilbert. As we're looking at the 0-2, Brent Rooker batted .293 with 39 home runs and 112 RBIs for the A's. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-2. Josh says, well, they have burned every bridge in Tampa Bay with the current ownership. Now Orlando is looking promising. They pretty much did. And now the 1-2. Low for a ball, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 7 for Logan Gilbert. He has been on fire. He's been pitching nothing but a beauty of this game. It's just too bad that home run happened. And I got to show you some of my highlights from the Special Olympics basketball tournament that happened a month ago. I believe that it was actually within a month. Let me see when Cal Raleigh is batting. Cal Raleigh is next. Fruits, thank you for the $2. 1-0 feeling, some deja vu. Yeah, me too. But here's the Special Olympics highlights. So I just got back from the Special Olympics basketball tournament, and our team finished 4th place, and I am very proud of this team that I was heavily involved with since the start of the season through practices and helped players train during the weekdays. But one of the cool moments of the Special Olympics basketball tournament was watching former Sonics legend Detlef Schrempf kick off the games at the opening ceremony. And pretty cool seeing Detlef Schrempf being part of the Special Olympics community. I did consider doing content for my experience at the Special Olympics basketball tournament, but since this was my first time making that trip, I wanted to live the moment instead. Maybe next year I'll do some kind of content, but not sure yet. Yep, that was a really fun tournament to be a part of. I had some opinions on it. Josh, you think Orlando could happen? And now we're looking at the pitch. And now here's a fly ball belted and marine layer happened. I guess that's when fans will say, bring the fences, right? Cheap viewers on steamboo.com. Remove the space. What? Same crap as last year, obviously. Reese Beast, haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? And now here's Randy Arozarena up to the plate. And now the pitch. And foul ball. But yeah, throughout that Special Olympics basketball tournament, the problem I had was there were 2 teams out there. They kind of cheated. And put in the comments and take a guess how they cheated. Crooked batter's eyes got us again. Yeah, as much as we want to victimize ourselves for our offense, at the same time, our pitching makes up for it. Marine layer just likes Sutterstrom's better. Yep, sounds about right. See, other players figure it out. As we were looking at a 2-1 count for Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Inside, that nearly got him. That's going to be a 3-1. Yeah, this nose thing is not doing it for me very well. As we're looking at 3-1. And now the pitch. And that is in there. That is not in there. It's going to be ball 4. Take your base.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
If you listen closely, you can actually hear Dave Sims saying, get this guy some runs. Well, that's what I'm saying, too. Now, here's Luke Raley up to the plate. Mariners are 8-3 against the Athletics on opening day. And now the pitch. Ground ball foul. So, yeah, put in the comments and take a guess what kind of cheaters I dealt with. My team dealt with. As we're looking at the 0-1 count. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You know the marine layer excuse sounds like Yankees in the 2022 ALCS saying that they lost because the roof was open. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. But yeah, I don't like the marine layer excuse either. As we are looking at 0-2. Throw to first. Not in time. Got 15 viewers so far. I'm really glad I got so many people here. Would love the engagement that's going on. 0-2. And now the pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-2. Did they bang a trash can to signal something that was about to happen? I don't know, TC. But there's someone in the bullpen for the A's. And the pitch. Runner goes. Now here's a fly ball. It looks like you have to go back. Could it be blooping? And that will drop in for a base hit. And now there's runners on first and second with 1 out so far. And the next batter is going to be Jorge Polanco, who is 2 for 2. Best hitter on the Mariners. So maybe if he makes it 3 for 3, you can get a run in. Yeah, it was a nice little bloop single. Barely dropped in there. And now we've got whoever is next to the plate. Here is Jorge Polanco. He has an opportunity. And now, up high. Looks like he's trying to do a bunting attempt. Now, but if you're bunting, you've got Rowdy Tellez up to the plate. So I guess, but you're not going to really get a sacrifice fly out of it since that'll be 2 outs after that. Not really sure. If it was like no outs, I would be for it. As we're looking at 1-0 for Jorge Polanco. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And now the pitch. Fly ball foul. That's going to be 1-1 on Jorge Polanco. Ryan Bliss is going to be following suit. And it's going to be a 1-1. And now the pitch. It's going to be a bunting attempt. And that's a beauty. And a throw by Severino. And it's going to be in time. But it was a sacrifice bunt. You still move the runners. Now you got Randy Rosarena at third base. 2 outs. It'll be Jeffrey Springs against Luis Castillo tomorrow. Five strikeouts for Luis Severino. How many batters until Rodriguez, Bliss, Crawford, and then Victor Robles? And this is after Rowdy Tellez. And now here is the pitch to Tellez. And that is going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Got 2 outs. And now we got 0-1 the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. How many batters until Rodriguez or Robles got him in fantasy? I have Bryce Miller in my fantasy team. And now we're looking at the 1-1. Up high for a ball, 2-1. '20 was the last time Jorge Polanco made a fat sacrifice bunt issued by Dan Wilson. As we're looking at the 2-1 count. And now the 2-1. That was right in there for a strike. That's a 2-2 down to the final strike. It's like as if the Mariners offense still was not fixed. The goal is $50. Get me $50 if you can. As we're looking at 2-2, Rowdy Tellez the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Still 2-2. He is fighting the count at least. Not making it like a 3-pitch strikeout kind of situation. 2 hours into the show so far. Got 15 people in. Northwest Sports Fanatics has like 43. And we're looking at 0-2 with runners in scoring position. That is the Mariners tonight, 0 for 2. Got a 2-2 count. Hopefully, Rowdy Tellez can at least put the ball in play because I can get Randy Arozarena home. And the 2-2 and the pitch. And strike 3 called. And Severino is really happy about it. He is pumped up. And that is going to retire the side. And the Mariners once again leave 2 men on base. And we go to the top of the 7th inning. Oh, boy. This is how I feel about it.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious. I know.
This hurts. Oh, by the way, I did make a video earlier this season. I have an AI assistant because so much script writing and so much recording became such a pain in the butt. So this guy, he did help me. He helped me with my script, not only my script reading, that's what he did, provided me a voice, so I don't have to do as much, but here's how he sounded like.
Hello, I'm Rooftop AI, your friendly AI assistant. I'm here to help RoofTopSports on his content creation needs. I will help him in recording scripts or just answering some questions. I've got you covered. My expertise spans a wide range of topics, from baseball and sports. Feel free to ask me anything, and I'll do my best to provide you with accurate, helpful, and engaging responses. Let's get started and make some great content together.
Yep, that's my assistant. Oh, man, I don't sound good at all. I mean, put in the comments, how do I sound with this crappy nose? And now here is Logan Gilbert going into the top of the 7th inning. Now the pitch. He has on 69 pitches. Now that's 70 pitches. And that's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1 for JJ Bleday. And now we're looking at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. You sound sick. Need to hit the bed. I'm not a wussy. Yeah, Tellez might give me that vibes of Daniel Vogelbach. And this guy, why don't you pronounce Daniel Vogelbach? Put it in there. As we got an 0-2 count so far. My nose is like crap. And now here is the 0-2. Now here's a ground ball right to Ryan Bliss. He's been really busy today. Throw to first in time to get Rowdy Tellez out. And now we got 1 away. Here's Shane Langoliers, and that is a strike. On the Twitter, Trident's Up did not agree. That was Mariners Sir. He did not agree with the Polanco sack bunt. I didn't either. And now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And we're looking at 0-2 so far for Shea Langoliers. And the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-2. Watching this offense is extremely painful. They're still screwing it up. As we are looking at a 1-2. And the pitch. Ground ball foul, still 1-2. And at the bottom of the 7th inning, I'm going to sing the 7th inning stretch, as I always do. Just like I did in all 64 of my Mariners games last year, as if my goal is going to be 100 Mariners games. As we're looking at 1-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Logan Gilbert is absolutely on fire. 8 strikeouts on 77 pitches. Absolutely insane. You want to get this first win out of the way. You do. I really do. The guys up in the next inning, it will be Ryan Bliss, J.P. Crawford, and Victor Robles. And now the pitch for Andujar. And that's going to be in there for a strike. It's going to be a 1-0 count. As we are looking at 0-1. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. Pitch 80 is coming in for Logan Gilbert. He does seem like a number 1 guy. The pitch. Should have been a strike. Cal Raleigh tried to frame it, but did not work. TK. I think Dan will see Walter seeing the 9th inning. I hope so. And now we're looking at the 2-1, and now the pitch. Ground ball foul, 2-2. And if I were you, let's go. Let's get it loud. If you're at home, cheer. Cheer. Put it on the chats. Cheer. 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 Let's go. Come on. We got a 2-2 count so far on 2 outs. And now going to be the 2-2 pitch. Low for a ball, 3-2. Had they strike out, this crowd may have exploded. We're looking at 3-2. And now the pitch. Ground ball right to Polanco. Throw the first in time. Great play by Polanco. And that will retire the side. Now it's the 7th inning stretch. Everyone get up on your feet. It is time to take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because the offense sucks. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, give me a rating. Was that like a out of 10? How did I do? Oh my God. Let me play a commercial really quick because my nose is running like a mother, you know what? Oh my God.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
No, they replaced Macklemore with Louie Louie. Honestly, not bad for singing well. 7 out of 10. And now we got Ryan Bliss up to the plate, and he takes it for a ball. Tyler Ferguson has taken over for Luis Severino. He was up in there in the 90s. That's why they took him out. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. That was like a home run pitch right there. And now we're looking at 2-1. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. 3-1 the count for Ryan Bliss. And now the pitch again. Ball 4, take your base. And Ryan Bliss gets on base.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
And Fritz, thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the membership. That's now 4 members. Thank you, Fritz, for being a member. Please enjoy my, must I say, enjoy my membership where you get to see fantasy baseball content. And now the pitch to JP Crawford, and that is going to be a ball. Also, join my Patreon for just $5 a month as well. Pretty good day for me. Got a membership and some revenue coming in, so that's good. Let's keep it going. It's all about the grind. The pitch. Inside for a ball. And that's going to be a 2-0 count. And we're looking at the 2-0 count. And that's going to be throw to first and not in time. And the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Loaded for Julio coming up. You would hope so. There's a chance for that to happen. 9 pitches, 8 balls. Wow. And now the pitch. Ooh, ball 4, take your base. Now I got 2 runners on. Bullpen's already breaking ranks.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
All right, let's keep this up. Victor Robles is now on the mound. I think this is where you can do your bunt. I'm going to put that on my Twitter. At top of the order, got Victor Robles. I think I'm advising a bunt. Then this is where you would do a bunt. You have no outs. There we go. Yeah, they pulled Severino immediately. I know, I was a little bit shocked myself. Severino pitched 99 pitches, though. So they want to... Once you get to 100, you're pretty much gone. Now here's Victor Robles up to the plate. 0 for 3 with a ground out and 2 flyouts. I would do a bunt here. And yep, that's what I call the foul ball. Cubs offense is back. You mean like, we're so back. And also after the game, I will allow fans to call into the show. Like, I will invite you. You want to express something. And now the pitch. Bad bunting attempt by Victor Robles. That was garbage. Oh, it never hit the bat. And they score. They do score. And the Mariners get on the board. I didn't even notice that, what was going on. Had no idea what was going on. It was more of a wild pitch. And now the Mariners have tied the game. And now you've got Mark Kotze arguing the call. I wonder if they can challenge this call. I don't know if they can. Wow. Wonder what's going on this one. I thought there was contact. No, I think it hit the glove. I think it hit the glove. I don't think it hit the bat. I think it hit the glove and went right through. A wild pitch. Yep, and you had Ryan Bliss, who just kept on running. Good heads-up base running by Ryan Bliss, by the way. Yeah, I'll take it too, Freeze. And Freeze, don't forget that you also have access to my emoji, so use that too. Here, I'll show you which emojis you have access to. You got this. When I'm excited. That's for the Seahawks. That's when the Seahawks suck. And that's when the Mariners suck. So enjoy that. And is he safe as well? Oh, did he even touch the plate? Oh, no. And they're reviewing the call. Ryan Bliss, you got to get that leg down, man. Yeah, he's definitely out. Didn't touch it. Ryan Bliss, what the hell, man? Yeah, he didn't. I know. Like, what? Why? He is out. This is embarrassing. I know, I can't. It's like, bruh. So fundamental. Not happy about this. I am surprised it's taking long. If it's taking long, maybe they will make it safe. Yep, runner is out. Surprised that it took that long to review that. Yep. It hurts more when you're in the Mariners because they have problems scoring runs. And here's my reaction to that. And now Victor Robles is still up. And looks like, I think he's still in an 0-2 count. I don't know why he's at an 0-0 count right now. But maybe just do a squeeze bunt. Nope. And now here's a fly ball. That should be a sacrifice fly. And center fielder makes the catch, tagging at third. And now the throw to the plate. And that is not in time. And the Mariners do get on the board finally on a sacrifice fly by Victor Robles. And finally it does happen. Yeah, kind of like a consolation prize. I mean, I will take it for sure. And now we're tied at 1-1. Scoring in J.P. Crawford from third base. And I got Julio. And that is going to be low for a ball. Nice consolation prize for the Mariners. Could have struck out on that, but good to see Victor Robles get on contact of that. And now we're tied at 1-1. And now here's Julio. And what was that swing? That was a horrible swing. 2 outs, bases empty, the 1-1. And now here's a fly ball to deep left field, and Marine Laird it was. And he makes the catch right at the warning track, and that's going to retire the side. But the Mariners get one back on a sacrifice fly by Victor Robles. And now we go into the top of the 8th inning. And now I got to go to the bathroom. So, yeah. Let me go to the bathroom really quick.
SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut.
So much engagement today. What did I get? Yep, I love this chat box. Let's keep this going. I want to make this more consistent. Maybe like my quest for 100. I mean, what I need from you guys is maybe it's not so much of the money of like the donations, as much as I would appreciate that, and that is the ultimate goal. But I think for now, it's really just getting that consistent engagement. So if I can be consistent, then maybe you guys can pop in and be consistent with me. Not about the money. Sure it is, but it's about engagement on the chats. That's what gets people, that's what gets the ratings up. Let's keep that going. Oh no. They pulled Logan Gilbert out? Well, here's my thoughts on it. Pull them out. I mean, Logan Gilbert is like at what? Logan Gilbert is at 83 pitches. I am very opposed to pulling him out. I was very opposed to that. Now the pitch. Oh, here's a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one. And it seemed to have backfired. That putting in Trent Thornton over Logan Gilbert already backfired. That is Tyler Soderstrom with his second home run of the game. And now the A's take the lead 2-1. And that's exactly where I said that pulling Logan Gilbert out after literally 83 pitches was a horrible idea. Did not need that to happen. And Trent Thornton immediately just, and out of all pitchers, you put in Trent Thornton? Like, Dan Wilson, what are you doing? And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Is that Dan Wilson or Scott Service? Yeah, immediately on the first pitch, he just gives up a home run. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. And we're looking at 2-1. A's lead. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. There was a game last year where something crazy similar happened with Logan was pulled in the 8th with like 75 pitches. I don't remember what game it was, but I knew it was a horrible idea. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. I knew this was a horrible idea. I mean, put it in the comments and agree with me if pulling Logan Gilbert was a bad idea. And strike 3 called by Trent Thornton. Yeah, after 83 pitches, why would you do that? And now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. The throw to first in time, and that's 2 outs. So it's really 2 bad pitches that has really carried the A's so far. Mariners should not be losing this game, but when you're not scoring runs, then you really have to play perfect baseball. Guess Scotty Ball never died. It was just a Poto ball. TK, you make a good point. Like maybe this is where the whole fire Jerry Dipoto should be escalated. Now the pitch up high for a ball. Mariners haven't learned anything. Dreadful analytics bean counter who wasn't touched the grass. Yeah, bad idea. 1-0. And that is going to be a strike, and that is a 1-1 count. And not only did you pull Logan Gilbert, you didn't even put in at least like Gregory Santos. And now the pitch. Ground ball right to Ryan Bliss. Diving stop to throw to first in time. Great play by Ryan Bliss. And that will retire the side. Fantastic defensive play. And he's been playing extremely well in the defensive end. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Unfortunately, though, the A's did get a run off a home run. And we're trailing. Fritz says, broadcast seems really meh. Without Sims, not gonna lie. Wow. Well, you know who I am. You know who to go to. I will be here as much as I can. But yeah, Fritz, why don't you rate me on my play-by-play performance? Well, let me do that. Maybe I'll put it in the... Let's put it on the survey. I'm going to put it on the survey right now. I'm going to start a poll. The question is, who is better at play-by-play? Roof, Aaron, Goldsmith, Rooftop Sports. I am starting the poll right now. So answer that question. I'll end it by around the 9th inning. Going into the bottom of the 9th, that is. Yeah, I think my voice sounds just fine. But yeah, get me some more engagement if you can. And now we've got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. As long as I don't sing. Oh, William Cook. I haven't seen in a long time, but thank you for being a member. Now I have 2 members on this show right now. I got a new pitcher on the bullpen. And now here is Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. And that's going to be a ball. Yeah, Mason. Now you have Mason Miller. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball fouled. I felt teased for a moment. I want to hear some singing. Sing me a song. Well, then give me a song, Thanos. Heisenberg. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Got him on an 81-mile-an-hour pitch. Randy Arozarena is now on deck. I mean, you would think you could get some action done, but the lack of offseason moves is what's killing this team. Now we're looking at a 1-2. And now the pitch. Liner and fouled. Alec Cash says something. And now the 1-2. The pitch. Up high for a ball. 2-2. Let's get some Nirvana karaoke for the vibes. I guess I will do something like that. And now the 2-2. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Full count 3-2. I don't know which song exactly I would do. Now the 3-2. Foul ball. Should have. I don't know. I'll do Smells Like Teen Spirit. Eighth pitch. Another pitch. Fouled back. Oh, I mean, if you guys put in the comments, if you really want me to sing Nirvana for karaoke, let's go. Liked and sub Yoms. Another pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. I got 20 viewers, and I really do like this. I like the level of engagement I have with you guys. I really love it. Let's keep it up. And don't forget, also donate to this channel. And also use that promo code RoofTopSports, and somehow I lost it. Now the pitch, and that's a foul ball. My banner went away. Wonder what happened to it. Must have clicked something by accident. There it is. And now we're looking at a 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's going to be one down. Now it's Randy Arozarena up to the pitch. Up to the plate. Can Logan pinch hit? Might as well. Where is your super chat? Super chat. You don't know where my super chat is? Let me find out for you, Mr. William. Randy Arozarena. And the pitch. It's a foul ball. You could always turn on gifted memberships too, huh? Let me find out. Now we're looking at 0-1. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Super Chats is right next to the emoji. I wish I could send the picture. So it's on the chat on the very right. Now we're looking at 0-2. Now the pitch, foul ball. It's right next to chat where it has a dollar sign. Right next to the heart logo. Mariners have had far more base runners than the A's, but the Mariners have almost nothing to show for it, which is a sacrifice fly. And now the pitch. Fly ball to deep left field, and that is gone. The Mariners have tied the game on a home run by Randy Arozarena. He knew it was gone. The fans knew it was gone. And the Mariners are back in business. What a smash by Randy Arozarena. And it's the A's too. And the Mariners too. And he's doing a little bit of a show, but it's just Randy, just play the damn game. But we do get a home run. And I wonder if they're still going to do that Trident. It's just so much flashiness. Like, keep the flashiness down. I hate these flashy celebrations, but hey, we got a home run. Now we tied the game. Yeah, that was absolutely needed. To say that that was needed was an absolute understatement. Now here's Luke Raley. A swing and a miss, and it's fouled. On commercial break, I will show you exactly where it is, Mr. William. I would love to help you. And now we're looking at the 0-1, and now the pitch. Up high for a ball. Oh, you did it. He freaking did it. $20. You are the man. Not only are you a member, but you're also a big donor. I'm almost halfway into the goal. $25 more to go to make it 50. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I did see it, Mr. William, the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball, 2-2. Andres Munoz is now on the mound. I'm not sure about using him in the top of the 10th because he's not closing. 3-1 for Luke Raley. Can he make it happen? And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. That was his pitch right there. Yes, thank you, Mr. William. I really appreciate your support. You as a member, and now you as a donor. Big donor, too. Now the pitch. Fly ball and fouled. But yeah, let's make the goal 50. I'll put it right on the banner. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And we got a runner on first base. That is Luke Raley.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
Got 11 votes in so far. Let's get more votes. That was absolutely just tanked. Nearly the second deck. And he's on his phone? What the heck are you doing, Randy? Focus on the game. Looks like no Mason Miller. You just avoided a Mason Miller opportunity. Great. But you're saving him. Rowdy Tellez is on deck. And now here's Jorge Polanco. He's 2 for 3. And now the pitch. Ground ball foul. Looks like Luke Raley was about to steal some bases. Yeah, Polanco's actually 2 for 2 so far still. This is why the Angels banned cell phones. I would too. Hold the team accountable. Discipline. Now we're looking at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Polanco. Now we're looking at the 0-2. And now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. 1-2. Let the boys have fun. Well, I'm more about serious business. That's why. I'm a boomer. Call me that. 1-2 for Jorge Polanco. He has a chance to be hero. The pitch. Low for a ball, 2-2. I guess so, Freets. I guess you're right. It did seem like an iPad anyway. I got 16 viewers in, while Northwest Sports Fanatics has 67. And now we're looking at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball. And now here's a fly ball to deep center field. Is that still going? That is gone. That is a home run for Jorge Polanco. And the Mariners have now taken the lead. It is now 4-2. And what a game for Jorge Polanco. He is 3 for 3. And it's amazing that the Mariners have scored 3 runs to take the lead. And it seems that he may be on his way to his $11 million contract with those bonuses in there. What a blast by Jorge Polanco to make it 4-2. Woo! I can't believe what I just saw. Home run by Jorge Polanco. Fly ball. And I thought it was going to be a chance to rob it, but now it's gone 4-2. Now you got Munoz that could be the closer. We absolutely needed that for sure. Now it's top of the 8th innings, bottom of the 8th, and now they're going to commercial break. How about that? How about that? Jorge Polanco with an absolute blast. I just can't stop saying it. I just can't stop saying it. Time for another shot and bowl. I don't know, man. Wow, I'm only trailing, what, 20-something dollars to Northwest Sports Fanatics? Come on, let's go. Let's have me beat Northwest Sports Fanatics in dollars. He's at $55. I'm about $25. Only down by 30. But I cannot believe what I just saw. I am absolutely shocked, and I am so happy what I just saw. Randy Arozarena with an amazing home run. Was absolutely needed. Especially Jorge Polanco hitting a 2-run homer. And Mariners now take the lead. And now we are back from the break. Jorge Polanco hit that home run. And now it's Rowdy Tellez. It's up to him if he can keep this game going. Let's keep racking up some more runs. 4-2 Mariners. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. Rowdy Tellez has not really played well at all. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 1-2. Can't believe I'm doing this while under the weather. That's the more insane part. Now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. I wonder if that was actually a shift on that or he just happened to get there. And now we got 2 outs. Now it's Ryan Bliss, the man who couldn't keep his foot down for stolen base things. Or, yeah, we tried to steal home off a wild pitch. I mean, TK, it is just the first game. So, first game. Now here's Ryan Bliss. Went for a bunt attempt, and that's going to be a ball. Ryan Bliss has been 0 for 1, but he has gotten on base, so at least he's playing a little bit more efficient. And we're looking at 1-0 for Ryan Bliss. And the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Andres Munoz, now the pitch. Low, the ball, that nearly hit him. Now it's 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch. And a fly ball to right field. Running as the right fielder, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. But Mariners do come up with 3 runs to take the lead to make it 4-2. And now Andres Munoz is now up to the mound and see if he can close this game. Would love to see it happen. And let's make it happen. This is the I'm sick game. Yep, Munoz is coming in. And now let's look at the... Let's take a look at the results. And here we are. Rooftop Sports 58, Aaron Goldsmith 41. So I guess the people out of the 12, 58% of you said, I am better than Aaron Goldsmith. While 41 still thinks Aaron Goldsmith is better. Now, I would like an opinion. Put it in the comments. Why is Aaron Goldsmith better than me, in your opinion? I'd like to know. I'm very curious. Entrance of Andres Munoz is very interesting. He's coming in from the dark. And also at the end of the game, I'm allowing fans to come onto my show and express their thoughts on how this game went. Lawrence Butler, now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Mariners have, you would think it's a comfortable lead, 2-run lead. Andres Munoz is the pitching, one of the best closers in baseball last season. He was the closer last season for the Mariners, and now the pitch. Flamethrower 99, and that's going to be a ball. Last season, he was a 2.12 ERA, 22 saves. Hard to believe he only had 22 saves. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice splitter, and that is a 1-2 count on Andres Munoz. Can't believe I've really just... Wow. And not in the pitch. Low for a ball. Alec Cash, not sure if one is better. I enjoy these streams because it feels like I'm watching a game with the boys. Aaron calls the game. I personally have both on. You know what? That's okay. You got to watch the game too, right? The pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be a 3-2 count. I mean, our chances are I'm providing a service for a trucker right now, possibly. A trucker's probably streaming onto this. The 3-2. Low for a ball. And now we got a man on first base. Now we have a tying run at the plate. And that makes me very, very nervous. Can't let this game get away. Maybe let's do a double play ball. And now the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. Brent Rooker has struggled today. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And let's see if he could finish this off for Andres Munoz. Yeah, Sanderstrom, yeah, out of all players. Now the pitch. And that is a strike, 99, and that is an 0-2 count. We're not seeing the hundreds out of Andres Munoz. His velocity may have taken a little bit of a dip. Remember, he was at 103 at one point, and that was a 2022 season against Vlad Guerrero Jr. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a splitter, and that is going to be 1 out, 2 outs away from the Mariners' first victory of the season. Let's keep it going. All right, I'm going to invite people onto my show. And now the pitch. That's low for a ball. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball. And now we're looking at the 2-0. And now the pitch. Ground ball. And that is going to be, could be double play ball, throw to first. And that is in time. And the Mariners have gotten on the board with a win off of a double play. And the Mariners now go to 1-0 over the A's, including great pitching by Logan Gilbert, home run by Randy Arozarena, and that go-ahead home run by Jorge Polanco. And now it is the Mariners 1-0 and the A's 0-1. Who would have thought the game would end this way? Pretty crappy beginning. But I will take the ending as it is. And now we can say Mariners have got a win. They got that monkey off their back. Because remember, in 24 season, they lost their home opener. Here is what happened. Andres Munoz hit that double play. That was to J.P. Crawford. Got the guy out, throw to first in time for double play. And now the ball game is over. Yep, what a roller coaster of emotions. Teresa K, woohoo. Come on, strong. Alec Cash, big fan of your work. I've subscribed and I'll be back for most of your game stream. I appreciate the work. I appreciate you too. Yep, on the first opening day start. Unfortunately, though, Gilbert does not get that win, had a no decision. And also, here it is. That is if you want to join into my post-game show. There you are. Trying to get Ian to come on, but he's probably too excited from the game. But I'll try to be on for the next few minutes, as after this, I got to edit some videos and put out some YouTube shorts for you guys. Now we got Jen Mueller talking to Jorge Polanco. Let's see what she says. Jorge Polanco went 3 for 3 today. He says it's a special one. Jorge Polanco was the hero for today's game. Don't forget, it's just one game. I'm warning you. It's only one game. Almost 200 views for this show total. Pretty good day for me.
Yeah, I was trying to take advantage of the third baseman, so he played a little bit better. I thought that might be a good opportunity.
So it doesn't work out the way you planned, but you come through with a big home run. Did you feel pressure to get to Leclerc so they could not get to their closer?
I'm taking people in. Adam Charles Ford shorts. You said P. Yep, I'm glad that they managed to pull it off too. Like, I'm really happy how this game went, and I'm really looking forward to coming in tomorrow to cover this game. They did win the home opener, indeed. It looks like we got Josh coming on. Time to get Josh on the show. Let's do this. And Josh, welcome to the Mariners post-game show. How do you
echo right now?
I believe you're the Houston guy.
Okay, let me just close it. There we go.
Take your time.
Yeah, that's the first time I've done that.
Oh, there you are. Now we meet at last.
Yeah.
This is the Houston fan, Josh, the greatest Houston fan on my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Is that the 22 one?
Yep, it is.
Oh man, ouch! That hurts even more.
Hey, I have my 22 champion Altuve jersey somewhere over in a pile.
Ouch! There. All right. So, what'd you see from this game?
Well, what I saw is that for the Mariners, there's some good points, especially Polanco there. That he had an amazing game, though. There is a bit of worry because other than Polanco, he was basically their entire offense.
He really was. Understatement.
Yeah, so for the future here, if it's just going to be a Polanco type of offense, well, you're eventually going to run into a wall when people finally figure it out.
Yeah, based on one game. So, yeah, if the team played exactly like that every game, yeah, we're screwed. But hopefully, we don't see that. I mean, there's games where other guys will step up.
Yeah.
I mean, other things that really stood out to me too was at least Ryan Bliss was 0 for 2, but he still walked. But the guy just couldn't keep his foot down, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then that base running error. Thank God it didn't, come into play, but that almost cost you.
It almost did. Like when I saw it, I was like, bro, why? Yeah. And I was like, that was gonna be like the perfect Mariner way to Mariner the game.
Yeah, that would have been. But pitching, solid. Bullpen, but
I didn't like that decision. Like 83 pitches on Logan. I think he should have gotten one more. I mean, why was the A's willing to go 99 on Severino, but then 83 on Logan? I mean, I feel like, was that Scott Service or was that Dan Wilson? I couldn't even tell.
It's whoever on that, because no, there have been times where I'm all like, why don't we pull this pitcher? Man, he sucks. Like, man, the Astros today.
Yeah, how'd they do?
Well, we won 3-1 over the Mets, and it was great until they pulled Framber Valdez. And then after we had Abreu, and then we had Hader. You're supposed to be your good guys. Both of them loaded the bases.
And somehow Hader got a save.
Somehow he got his 200th save with both Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor coming up and one out.
Oh, man.
But he got Lindor just to do a sac fly, and then he got Soto to swing at one of the worst ball four pitches ever. And Soto knew
I see what you were talking about, yeah.
The instant he swung, Soto knew that was not the pitch to swing at.
Oh, Soto making his money's worth. 1 for 3.
He's all, I don't care. I got paid.
That's what he's feeling. And it's crazy how the Mets got him from the Yankees.
Oh yeah, that is. I don't know how your fantasy does good defensive highlights, but Diaz had an amazing throw out because there was a wild pitch and he quickly hopped on it and threw it to third base, and instantly the runner just went and his foot went right into the baseball.
Well, I don't have a Diaz on my fantasy team. But I do have your boy Jordan and Diaz.
Yainer Diaz. Yeah,
Yainer Diaz. I have both of them. Jordan was my first round pick.
Well, Jordan's always a good pick. But yeah, that's who I was talking about, Yainer Diaz. He did a great defensive play there. Unfortunately, I
told you
can't
this,
watch my
though, but-
Astros because Space City Network.
Jordan is ironically actually one of my favorite players, and I'm a Mariner fan. And it was the stupid home run against Robbie Ray that got my attention. And I did make that video. So he kind of did build my YouTube channel. So I can't really hate him, because if it wasn't for that home run, I don't think I would have gotten a video like that.
Well, yeah, I remember I have a friend, and he's also a diehard Mariners fan, and I remember I did like Jordan, but I played some like meme music in the back, and sometimes if he's making fun of my teams, I just will play the audio. Alvarez launches.
Yeah, it still is in my vision. Like, I actually listened to it on radio because I was at work, and when I heard it, I was like, yep, there it goes. And all these Mariner fans like, it's just one game. It's like, no, when you lose that way, especially when
that's the backbreaker.
Especially when you turn a crying Houston kid from crying to absolutely happy. Yeah, you messed up.
Well, and that game, I remember I was talking to the same friend, and I was all like, man, you guys play good. You're going to win. And then I saw the thing there because I wasn't watching it. I was all like, no, I don't want to see that loss. And then, but I had the game up on MLB.com, and I saw that home run, and I was all like, what the heck?
Yeah, and it happened like out of nowhere. It felt like it was out of nowhere.
Well, and what I don't get is, what was Robbie Ray thinking? He threw the first pitch, and Jordan almost killed that one, and you threw it in the exact same position and hope? Huh?
Well, what baffled me too was it was all over, like, I forgot what the sequence was, but it was 2 outs.
Yeah.
Sewald gives up a hit, and then Scott Service panics and go, oh, Jordan, lefty. But did they look up his analytics on that? Oh, he kills lefties to pieces.
Because, like, in that inning, you had Vasquez come up. He did nothing. You then had this guy that, I don't even know if he's still in the MLB, David Hensley, comes up, gets a walk. Altuve had one of his worst postseasons ever and strikes out, of course. And then Pena comes up. And Pena was like for a while there, he was the underrated player for that postseason team until later on when he started winning all the postseason awards. But at the beginning there, it was literally Pena set up Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
In both game 1 and game 2.
Well, now that we should get back to the present, I know you love it. I have mixed feelings on it still. Like, one hand, it's like I'm traumatized by it, but at the same time, Jordan built my YouTube channel, so that's why I'm conflicted about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say,
yeah,
talking as someone who's experienced 2 World Series wins, I hope one day the Mariners do win, because both of those were just magical experiences. I remember just cheering so hard when we won in 2022. And then 2017, I wasn't watching because I was told to go to bed at the time. And now what I was doing, my parents didn't realize this at the time, is I was literally looking at the game on my iPad in my bed. But then when we won, we all got up and we were celebrating because 2017 was just, yes, I know the trash cans and whatever, but it was something truly remarkable because you had to go through Hurricane Harvey just to get why it was that remarkable, just because everything just seemed to be going bad for the city. And then, bam, we win the World Series. And that was just, that was amazing. But I hope one day the Mariners get that experience because it is a truly amazing experience.
We do, hopefully. But tell me, how do you feel about your current Houston team? Because they've got a lot of criticism throughout the offseason. Not as much as the Mariners did, but still pretty bad.
I think, they could be better. Honestly, I'm fine with Bregman going, even though I did like him as a player. the issue is that Bregman every season, basically since the pandemic, had a slower and a slower and a slower start. Like, it was like after the All-Star break that he actually started playing well. And you're all like, that's just not going to work out well in a long-term deal. Losing Tucker sucks, but honestly, I think we got a good deal out of it, getting both Paredes and Cam Smith out of it. And also one pitcher, I can't remember his name right now. I think that was a good deal, especially seeing if Cam Smith really pans out. If he does, man, that's a good trade there. Altuve being in left field is still really weird. I don't know how long they're going to keep this going, but we'll just see. Having a child out in left field.
Hence the whole, that's why there's spring training memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how I feel about my team. I mean, the Mariners, great starting pitching with the exception that George Kirby is out. Hopefully he doesn't end up like Matt Brash. Yeah. Bullpen has to be healthy. If they're healthy, they'll be nearly unstoppable. But the offense, let's look at the box score because it's still painful to look at. Robles 0 for 3, but sacrifice fly, okay.
Yeah.
Julio was not good to watch. Cal Raleigh was bad. Randy Rosarena hit the home run. Luke Raley got a bloop single. Jorge Polanco, shockingly, 3 for 3. Rowdy Tellez, I kind of expected that. Ryan Bliss, at least he got on base. JP Crawford, I don't think he'll be a shortstop for the Mariners any longer.
Yeah, I think what it is with Crawford is defense. If his defense starts majorly slipping, they will quickly find a replacement for it. As it is right now, it really depends on how the season goes. If other hitters start showing up and Crawford's defense is spot on, they might just say, okay, because it's like what the Astros did back when they had Martin Maldonado. Back then, Maldonado was a great defensive catcher. And so they're all like, well, we're going to take a subpar hitter, but get a really good defensive guy behind the plate and just take the hit in the offense for what we're getting in defense. And honestly, that's what you'd have to see with Crawford. He could end up very much like a Jose Abreu situation where they quickly tried to just get rid of him. I don't think he'll get that bad, but Jose Abreu, that was during a really bad time in the season, so we quickly had to move on from Jose Abreu just because he was really tanking us.
Oh, yeah, he was – in some ways, he was actually carrying the Mariners because after they got rid of him, then Houston started to catch fire.
Yeah, like literally, I think the stat was done, like I think the Astros won, what was it, 20 games or was it 15 games when Jose Abreu was in the lineup?
Yeah, I enjoyed it because it gave the Mariners an advantage, but then as soon as they smartened up and got rid of him, it's like, oh, great. Back to normal.
Well, I think that what ended up happening is Jeff Bagwell, who was a big part of that deal, finally admitted defeat.
Oh, good old Jeff Bagwell. You know, when I was in summer school, it was the end of 5th grade, one of my teacher assistants named her cat Jeff Bagwell. And that was like in like it was like 2003. So he was kind of like just above it, out of his prime.
Yeah.
But she named her cat Jeff Bagwell, and she would tell me how great the stadium was. And imagine talking about that when Houston and the Mariners were rivals. Conversation dynamic would have been just a little different.
Yeah, that would have been a bit different, but that was back when the Astros were still in the National League. I remember when I was younger and going to Astros games back when you could actually easily afford to go to the Astros and other baseball teams. And it was great. I saw the last few years of Biggio. I didn't get to see him hit 3,000. My grandmother was actually in the crowd when he hit 3,000. She gave me the poster saying that I was there, even though I wasn't. Which, man, if Altuve gets 3,000, which it's really going to be this season that you'll have to see if he does it or not. If he does that, that would be amazing.
I was old enough to not watch, but actually know the team of Jeff Bagwell, Richard Hidalgo, Lance Berkman, Moises Alou.
Oh, man, that guy was like, he was amazing, but his career just completely fizzled out like after a few years.
Yeah, pretty much did. They also had decent pitchers. They had Roy Oswalt and Billy Wagner, their closer.
I can't wait to for them to do their retirement ceremony. I was kind of surprised that they didn't do it when the Blue Jays were in town, because Billy's son is on the Blue Jays.
Wait, the Blue Jays have another son of?
Yeah, Will Wagner. He used to be in the Astros system. We traded him to the Blue Jays in the Yusei Kikuchi trade.
There's something with Blue Jays having sons of that Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette.
They used to have Kevin Biggio.
Kevon Biggio, and he was actually good, and now he just disappeared.
I think the last I saw for Kevin Biggio was, I think he's with the Braves or he's with the Giants.
I can check.
Because he was on the Dodgers there for a bit, so he got to come to Houston when the Dodgers were in. Had an amazing game, but the Astros still won.
He was last on the Braves and Dodgers and Toronto.
Yeah.
No wonder nobody picked him up.
Yeah, he's well, and also I think for Kevin that has to just be big shoes to fill. Your dad was Craig Biggio, one of the best second basemen of his era.
I guess Jeff Conine's son too.
They just love the Suns.
Yeah, the son's name.
Yeah. But now I will say in that
let's get Shador Sanders because his father played baseball too. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's get another two-sport player.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, you were gonna say something.
I will say in the Yusei Kikuchi trade, the one that I think is going to hurt us because we traded 3 guys: Joey Loperfido, Jake Bloss, a pitcher, and then Will Wagner. I think Will Wagner is going to be the one that hurts us probably in the future because they were priming him to be Bregman's replacement.
Yeah.
Now, depending on how things go, they might just end up after Paredes leaves. They might just move Cam Smith over there because he during his whole time in the minors was an infielder. Like this is his first time playing outfield.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm pretty much out of things to say. I mean, anything else about the Mariners was, well, the offense was bailed out by literally Jorge Polanco and one hit of Randy Arozarena. Logan Gilbert was unbelievable. Like, it was just one oopsie pitch that turned into a home run. And that's what the Mariners do. Their weakness, actually, is they throw a lot of strikes. That's their weakness because it will get hit eventually. It's a good problem to have, but there are times where a bomb is going to happen when they keep throwing strikes. But there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know.
Now, what do you think your outlook for the division's going to look like?
Mariners, you would think they're still going to somewhat compete in there between the 80 to like 90 wins if they go on some stupid streak, which they have done before.
Yeah.
Astros, I still think they have some Astros in there for them. I mean, unless that outfield is just like completely different from last year, they could be in trouble, but Astros seem to find a way to be resilient. I think the A's might make some kind of noise. Like, I'm not saying that they'll win the division.
They're the wild card.
They are the wild card. Texas Rangers, if they're healthy, they'll be in the mix.
Yeah.
And then the Angels, unless their young players step up and Mike Trout's healthy, they'll still be the butt of the division.
After today's game, I think the Angels should just stop playing this season. Losing 8-1 to the Chicago White Sox is embarrassing.
Yeah, I really want to say it's the first game thing, but still losing to Chicago.
Yes, this is the same Chicago that has lost 6 pitchers to Tommy John surgery already. We know they're not going to be good. So the fact that they beat you that soundly, just give up.
You know what? Maybe I have one more question. What was your thoughts on the Hector Neris and Julio Rodriguez feud? The whole I'm open to opinions. Any opinions?
Well, honestly, I just don't know. Like, it was weird because there was just all kinds of conflicting stories. Some said, "Oh, he said slurs," and then others said, "Oh, it
was just trash talk.
It was just nothing. It was just trash talking." And I'm all like, honestly, it's not surprising that Hector did that because I saw a lot of games, like either clips or actually watched a game where he was pitching. And one thing he loved to do is he loved to work himself up. Like if you saw him get out of a jam or he got a strikeout on a guy and it was a big game, he would then just be like howling on the mound, jumping around and stuff. So it's not surprising that he kind of went on that tangent there just because it was it's his personality.
My hot take on it, had the Mariners won that game and not had that meltdown, that story wouldn't have existed.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. They were just all like, "Well, we lost because of that." Now, come on, Mariners. You could have just won one game and denied Texas the playoffs. You could have done it.
There's so many of those one games where I was like, that should have been the game. That was the game. That was the game.
Well, 2023, that was a season that the Rangers were supposed to, like, they had the division in hand the whole time, and then somehow the Astros just snuck up behind them.
Yeah, and then what's ironic was the Rangers tried to say they got screwed, and ironically, they won the World Series anyway.
Ironically, they won the World Series, though. Honestly, that World Series was a snooze fest.
You know, I was actually cheering for the Astros in that series because I didn't want to see the Texas Rangers win a World Series before the Mariners did. But most Mariner fans wanted Texas to win because orange team bad.
Yeah. And that one, man, that playoffs had a lot of 2019 vibes, and I was all like, oh. Well, interesting stat, actually. Since winning Game 6 of the 2022 World Series, Framber Valdez has not won a playoff game.
Whoa.
Yeah, that includes one game in the ALDS in 2023, 2 games in the ALCS, that being Game 2 and Game 6, and then his one game in the wild card last season. Has not won a single one. Now, some of them are not his fault, but then other ones say they haven't been good shows, which I wonder, like, what's the story behind that? Because that's just kind of weird.
Would be interesting to know.
Because you go from a guy who, the 2022 playoffs, man, he was lights out. Like, the only way you got runs against him is if he gave them to you.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm also looking up our schedule of when we're playing against each other. I think it's like April.
Yeah, that's not surprising. Let's see. Astros.
By the way, it's still odd to see Astros and the Mets opening. Like interleague openers.
That is actually the first time that the Mets have ever opened against the Astros.
Oh, wow. So it took
Which
all
is
the way
kind of
until
surprising because we spent decades together in the National League. Sure, good chunks of it we were in different divisions, but still you would have thought they would have done it before.
Yeah, what about Mike Piazza versus Jeff Bagwell?
Oh, yeah. Interesting fact, actually, is that the Mets, when they started out, they played at the Polo Grounds. And so that means for actually 2 seasons, the Astros did play several games at the Polo Grounds before they were torn down.
Wow.
Yeah. There were still the Colt 45s, which, got to say, as one of the throwback uniforms the Astros used to pull out back when you could do that, Colt 45s was the best uniform.
Wait, they called them the Colt 45s? That kind of name would not even be allowed today.
Oh, no. Have you ever seen the jersey?
No, I gotta see it. I am gonna.
It has a giant gun on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, MLB pitched a fit every time the Astros brought that jersey out.
Yeah, there's nothing PC about that.
But man, is
seeing
it
it.
an amazing jersey.
It's basically that's one way to be savage.
Yeah. Well, also like how they did the one letter for it. It's the smoke from the gun.
Oh no, let me see. Wow. Yep.
The only reason why they had to stop using the name is Colt Firearms could not work out a sponsorship.
Oh.
Because actually it was a name the team contest.
Wow, Houston Colt 45s.
Yeah.
Very
and so then they just did Astros when the Astrodome was built just because it worked.
It really, it worked out. And Houston, we have a problem, so there's that.
Yeah, so Mariners' first series that they play, the Astros, they will be playing in Seattle April 7th through the 9th. And then they will then play a 4-game series in Houston May 22nd through the 25th.
I would think the prime of humidity would be there.
And then it's July, looks like.
Yeah, somewhere around July.
And okay, it's
July 18th in Seattle. And then after that's going to be towards the ending of the season, 3-game series.
September 19th to the 21st, they play another series in Houston, which then the Astros then go to Sacramento to play the Athletics, and then they end the series in Anaheim.
Yeah, and I think we end the series against the Dodgers, which I think is really weird.
Yeah.
I'd rather have an in-division as a way to end it. It's way more fun that way rather than like a interleague?
It would also be nice to have a game. Well, unless your game is not in your division, but you're playing like the White Sox or something like that.
Sure, yeah. I think if Mariners miss the playoffs by 1 game because of the Dodgers, I think there's gonna be a lot of like, why are we playing the Dodgers? We have to make it in division. That conversation is gonna come up.
Honestly, I don't get why they didn't flip the 2 series, the series they played before the Dodgers, because it's the Rockies.
That's even weirder.
Yeah, like at least with the Rockies, you know that's going to be usually an easy game.
At least a 2 out of 3.
Yeah, unless you're having a really bad year.
Well, maybe the Dodgers will be clinched by then, so maybe they'll just bench all their players.
Maybe they'll just pull a Kansas City Chiefs and just play all their backups.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, thank
God the Chiefs did not win. I did not want the Chiefs to win again.
Nobody did. Well, I think that's gonna do it. I was trying to see if there's other guests coming, but they I guess they just didn't. I guess my friend Ian, who was gonna be here, I think he's too happy from that victory because he's at the game. Well, we both got our victories, and we're both very happy.
Tied for first.
Yeah. And Josh, thank you for all this engagement for all those years, all the comments that you have put in, all the chats that you've put in for all these years. Crazy to think that we're on year 3, or I'm on year 3 of Mariners coverage of baseball. And again, everyone, my goal is 100 games for the season. And once again, Josh, thank you for being here. And any final words before we conclude?
No.
All right.
Just
well,
go Astros.
And go Mariners. And everyone have a good night.